Laia, a brand new live play Dungeons & Dragons stream brought to you by Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. This show is broadcast live right here on twitch.tv/Infinity Break Gaming and on our homepage at infinitybreak.net, where once again we are telling stories our own way. We encourage you all to participate in the adventure by taking the time to talk with each other about the show in the chat. We'll be paying attention to the story for the most part, but we will be keeping an eye on the chat from time to time. Somebody's already here.
Hey, that was
Tara.
Tara.
Before we get started, could people take the time to share our link around to help spread the word so that more people can join us on this monstrous adventure? Thank you. We appreciate your support. Folks, before we get into the game today, we have a number of important Infinity Break announcements that we need to cover, such as and including what we are doing next weekend. One cannot expect a normal stream from us next weekend because we are planning something large, big, and dumb.
And fun.
And very fun. Oh, I'm sure
Exciting.
It's going to be an absolute blast. But for more information on that, I'm going to pass the mic over to Andrew here.
Okay, here, I'll take that. Thank
I
you.
realized that turn of phrase didn't quite work.
So next week, on June 1st, aka, I believe the Geek and Sundry International Tabletop Day, we are doing a stream beginning at 9 a.m. Saturday morning, going until midnight. So that's like, 14 hours? It's going to consist of 4 different segments. My friend and comrade here, Johnny, is going to be a part of all 15 hours, however many it is. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're having guests from like Critical Misfits. We're having people from all of the IB shows on. It's going to be a blast. So definitely check it out next week, starting at 9 a.m. and going until midnight.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute blast. As you said, you are pulling guests from all of our various other tabletop programs,
right.
Which means, and I'm sorry, listeners, but that means the shows will both have a heavy Nikki presence and a heavy Ben presence.
Yes.
Our bad.
And a heavy Johnny presence.
And a heavy Johnny presence, which is also a small travesty. But yeah, it's going to be an absolute hoot. You have been planning this for a while, including You've been doing some extra homebrewing stuff.
I do. I've been lobbying Ben to let me do this for since the day I met him. So, but
since March, I think specifically. But yes, go on.
Well, who's
I
counting?
think it was definitely January when we did the 24-hour stream,
Exactly.
and then Andrew was like, "I'll DM an entire 24-hour stream."
Again next week.
Yeah, everyone came home from that exhausted and winded, okay, well, it was really tiring, but obviously it was definitely worth it. And Andrew was just still wide awake and wired, all right, so let's keep going. Another 24 hours starting now.
48 hours next time.
20th Century Fox theme playing in the background, dun 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 dun. Let's go again.
But do you want to describe, or at the very least, describe the class that you were going to be playing?
Yeah. So Andrew and I spent a bunch of time yesterday. I would say probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 to 6 hours designing a class that is tentative. We'll probably change the name, but tentatively called the Arcane Archer. And it's based off my favorite class to play as in the video game Dragon's Dogma, where you get you're a magical archer. So I have a bunch of cool magical bow things that I can do. It is a total departure from Vancian magic of D&D, so there's no spell slots, and we will be releasing this class with probably some errata, since it's been put together really quickly, on our Patreon at patreon.com/infinitybreak. So for as little as $1 a month, you can gain access to this homebrew class that we put a bunch of time and effort into, and honestly, it's pretty dope. We played a game last night to test it out, and I did real good, and I love this character. Yeah.
I also loved your character as the person who dungeon mastered that minigame.
Yeah. What was it? Matty posted the picture. It was the 2 cats laying on the big fluffy dog, and they were both goth, death cleric-y, lolth worshippers, and I was this big furry, hey, I just lived in a forest for a really long time. What's a name?
Your character is an absolute delight, and listeners, I think, will be very excited for another massive streaming event like that, like what we did at the showcase. This time a little shorter, and all D&D.
Yep.
Fuck that other gaming shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Did we cover that it's
Well,
one
comics,
character's
I guess.
life?
Yeah, so it's going to be Johnny's character is going to be present in all of these, and it's basically going to be following his life, his or her, their life, from childhood to elderly. So it's going to be spanning their entire life, and it's going to be real fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an absolute blast, and I'm very excited for that. And of course, a reminder that on June 10th, we are beginning the City of Thorns, which is another show coming out soon from Infinity Break, where we are telling stories around the way. And we'll be talking more about that at the commercial break. But in the meantime, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen and other identifiers, please welcome to the stage noted monster enthusiast, Nikki Boylan.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's me.
It's
Mario.
You look different.
And I'm Spain by Texas.
What happened to your hat?
You look further north.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
you
am
cut
way further north. I am in Canada right now.
Hey.
Clearly I'm not in the studio.
What's
Months,
that
I
element?
guess. I don't know. Man, that's a real weird thing, eh? So
How's the maple syrup over there, eh?
I actually haven't
wanna
had
die.
any.
Oh, same?
Brendan's watching this.
Yeah, we know.
Hell
My
yeah.
name's Joel.
Hi,
I'm from
Brendan.
Canada, eh?
Oh my god. Apologize to our
And-
Canadian listener.
our one.
Sorry.
I apologize a lot to our Canadian listener.
But
sorry
so
to interrupt.
yeah, obviously I'm not in the studio right now, and won't be for the next 3 or so months. Until then, I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming here from Brandon, Manitoba, Canada.
Wonderful.
Did
Do you have
Oh, sorry.
do you have an adventure for us today?
I don't know what I'm here to do.
Oh, well, this is of course our June comic book special. So Nikki, what have you been
I thought
reading?
this was the John Wick episode.
I've been reading Shazam.
Oh, yeah,
This
no,
was
this
the
is-
GM podcast. I don't know where I am.
Is
I'm
this-
just
is
kidding.
this
I
my
do have an
beautiful
adventure for you guys
Is
today.
this my beautiful wife?
Well, the entire monster manual is my beautiful wife.
How did I get here?
You may ask yourself.
So, last time, without further ado, we'll just kind of do a recap of what happened last time. You arrived in the home of the nomadic safari tribe, led by the Oracle, a blind tiefling with mysterious powers, and you had some downtime for a little bit. Some of you got a little rowdy. Some of you got a little lost.
Some of us got both.
That's right.
Some of you revealed that you read your own books that are about yourself, and that there are adult versions, which is now canon.
To clarify,
As much as Ben did not want it to be, it's canon.
No,
there
I
are
said there
adult
are
versions,
There are adult versions. They're just not pornos.
Well, they are now.
and they have Fabio on the front cover.
Yep.
Fantasy Fabio.
I feel this is an accurate representation of me.
That's
That being
also
said,
beautiful to shoot.
I wasn't reading it for fun. I was copy editing. I said that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Hugo does have his own book series that he writes. You write them, or you have someone else write them?
There's a
It
ghost
is
I don't
writer.
remember.
It is a collaborative effort.
Okay, that's good.
Hold up, I need to tune back
And,
the accent.
Petros was trying really hard to be mean.
I'm trying really hard not to be mean. Matty wants to be
But
mean.
Petros is nice and his baby and couldn't do it. So he didn't. Your downtime was unfortunately interrupted by the appearance of two very angry manticore threatening the tribe. You defeated them, and you are now on a trek through the desert towards the sanctuary, where there is supposedly another artifact of Tiamat that, when combined with two other artifacts, one of which you already have, could possibly cure the curse on Hugo and possibly bring the continent back together and close the rift in the middle of the continent.
Yay! Let's do that.
We want to bring the continent back together. We don't give a shit about Hugo.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
No, that's not the priority.
Wait, I
here.
thought there was money.
Oh, there also might be money.
There's probably gonna
There
be.
is money involved. That's why you have Hugo surviving, so that you can bring him to El Norte where he gets his bounty.
Yeah.
When he supposedly turns over the artifact.
Supposedly.
You hear that?
Oh, he'll turn over the artifact.
You hear that? I am valid.
You guys don't but you guys don't know that whether you turn over the artifact, if it'll have any effect if they're not together.
You mean Hugo and the artifact? Or you mean all the artifacts?
Right, we have to have
All the
Oh,
artifacts.
I thought you meant Hugo and the artifact. It's like, no, they're tied together now.
Yeah, like we're gonna
Social
present him
balance.
like a pig on a with one of the artifacts like stuffed in his mouth like an apple.
This is kind of a gross image.
I'm of course naked. in
Sorry.
this, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally.
I like how I can't say that I'm a monster fucker, but we can say that Hugo is naked and spit roasted
Yeah.
like a
I mean,
pig.
you just said that you're a monster fucker.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, yeah, noted monster Ben's like, no.
I mean,
Don't listen to Ben.
Ben introduced you as a
He doesn't even
monster
work
enthusiast.
here.
Monster enthusiast. The PG-13 version.
Is that what we're calling it now?
So,
That have since the start.
where are we?
I fuck monsters.
Can I ask where we currently are?
You are currently halfway between the settlement of the Safari tribe and wherever the Oracle is taking you, a place called the Sanctuary. So you are in the desert. It's very hot. It's very dry. There's no source of shade whatsoever, and the sand is coarse and rough, and it gets
It's
everywhere.
everywhere.
Has it been a while since we left the place? Because I believe last I was aware I was drunk and slept through a manticore fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were. And but they woke you up and they're bringing you with them. She gave you all llamas to ride,
Do we have our
so you're
wagon?
not walking.
No, we
Through
left
the
our
desert.
wagon.
Oh fuck! We have to. Oh my god! I have no shade.
You have no shade. You just have your big hat.
Do you want my
Oh, I'll throw you
cape
some
or
shade
something?
next.
Do you, what?
I've got a cape. You want my cape?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I actually? No, hold on. Can I ride on your back?
That's gonna bring you closer to the sun, but fine.
Well, but I mean, then I wouldn't have to walk, and I can just be under the cape and not have to look at where I'm going.
No, you can't.
I was gonna be like, make a strength check, Petra.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, Petros is notoriously overpowered by weak drow, so.
This is my Achilles heel.
Fine. Give me your cape. I guess that'll have to do.
You're welcome.
Wait, you're on a camel. I can just ride on the camel.
Yeah, I think you are actually. I think I said like you were still like fucked up, so I was like, you're just on the llama with me.
Oh, is it a llama? or
Yep.
a
Yeah,
camel?
they're llamas.
They're llama.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess we're just sitting to just a couple
Okay.
of folks on a llama.
I'm going to wrap my arms around your midsection
Okay.
and then put the cape over me so that I'm just behind you with the cape going down.
A little uncomfortable, but
No, it's
that's fine.
It's fine.
I think we've really grown closer as comrades now.
No, well, you provide shade, and I like that. That's one of my favorite qualities about you.
Um,
I feel
Okay,
very
let's see
valued
here.
right now.
how do I want to do this? Okay. Hugo, Petros, and Mural. I want you to roll a D100.
Oh, shit. I don't have an actual D100. I should get one.
Don't
You have a D24, but not a
I
D100.
have a D30. That's the biggest one I have. See?
Please do not encourage him.
Please
I
encourage
thought
me.
you had a D10 with like a tiny.
But
D10.
each
fuck, I
set
didn't
comes with a
understand.
Yeah,
D100.
that totally.
Well, yeah, but that's two separate dice. I'm talking about the same dice. I do have this that has a 10 with a 10 inside.
Just roll the percentile dice.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I got a
rolling,
45.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 9.
As you're, hang on. No, Shavala's covered, so I won't say that.
but- Oh, how is she? Who's she's writing with? They. Sorry.
No, covered by the hood. That's why I didn't have you roll. You'll see why. You three, as you are on your way through the desert, even Petros, who's used to this desert sun, slowly starts to hurt on the back of your neck and on the tips of your ears, and you're getting pretty badly sunburnt.
Man.
So it hurts. It hurts like a motherfucker.
Am I not protected by my mullet?
I'm sorry, you
Hold
have a
up,
mullet?
what?
It's not a full mullet. It's just like the kind of Robin Hood extra long hair.
Okay.
It's not like
No, you are still burned on your ears and the back of your neck.
I don't have like
And,
fucking
like,
Jerry curls or anything.
You got that, like...
Anyway, I just wanted to do that. I thought it was funny.
I am sulking about it, but silently.
Oh, wait, this is just
and
for giggles?
This is flavor text,
Cool.
I think. Yeah.
You hear groans of complaining every once in a while from Shalva behind you.
Poor Shalva. Cheval is also bitching in the background, quietly to themselves, about how much they hate the sun. The Oracle does not seem bothered at all. Even though she has practically no protection at all. She doesn't seem to be suffering any ill effects from it.
Oh, tieflings. Tieflings
Desert
and their
tieflings.
sun.
She likes the warmth. It's nice. So after a few hours, you guys eventually kind of descend over a dune and kind of slide your way to the bottom. And there's a small, what looks like the entrance to a tomb, almost. It's sandstone, and it almost blends into the background. It's that tan color, and you wouldn't really be able to make it out except that it has a slightly more rectangular shape to it as opposed to the round crested dune curves of the desert. And the Oracle leads you forward and stops in front of this structure. And I'm just sometimes. And gets off of her llama and walks toward the structure. Will you follow her?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, why'd we stop?
It's right here.
Oh, I can't see because I'm under a cape.
Yeah.
Of
I'm
course.
supposed to kick Shalva off the llama.
It's weird.
Oh, wait.
I tried to get off first, but my cape is still on you. So it's like...
Nope, mine.
I think it's a little bit of a...
Okay, I'll get
Two
off and follow.
Stooges.
Yep.
Pulling my hat down
you
to
all-
cover my face as much as I can.
Like,
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to pull it down as far as it can so that it's as deep as it can be on my head, and then like also bringing the bill or whatever you call it down.
the
as
brim
much
of
as
the
I can.
hat.
Brim, there we go.
Yeah.
A bill is a baseball cap, which is not what I'm wearing.
So you, yeah, I'm imagining Shalva in a baseball cap now, and it's not an image that I thought I would ever have to imagine because I like the big hat better.
Yeah, no, she's got it on, she's got it on backwards, and then there are sunglasses on the baseball cap, and then she's just got her hand to block the sun.
When she's about to go into battle, she like switches it back like Ash Ketchum from Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Puts the sunglasses on.
So the Oracle leads you to this structure and puts her hand on top. It's very short. The roof of this structure is about to her waist.
Oh.
So it's like it's slowly sunk into the desert.
This
And she
is
put-
not what I anticipated when this temple was described to me.
What did you think it was going to be?
I thought it was perhaps, and he gestures frivolously with his hand, of a larger scale.
Above ground.
Yes, I was also presuming it was above. I mean, I realize that we are technically underground right now, but I also thought it was above ground more than we are already. You are understanding what I am saying, yo? No? Yo? Yo?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yo.
Anthony's in the chat. Hi,
Mostly.
Anthony.
Hi, Anthony. I don't know who you are.
He's
But
my
I appreciate-
Belfast guest for Speak of the Devil next session.
Nikki,
I appreciate you.
a small word of
Yes.
advice. Pretend you know our fans.
I don't know everybody.
Yeah. Lie.
Just know that the big reindeer is Belfast Babe.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know Tara.
Points.
Sarah.
Oh my god.
So anyway,
So what's the deal with this?
I know Pogsmithy.
So what's the deal with this thing?
I don't know, the bot. So, she puts her hand on top of the structure, and, it starts, like, it's as if her hand is hovering above it, but it's as if she's pulling it up, starts to come up out of the sand until it's just a metal doorway in front of her. And all across the doorway, it's iron, and it's covered in sigils. And okay.
Please continue.
Thanks. And she places her hand on, and it's like intertwined, almost like iron ivy. Each of the sigils is linked together, as if it's these vines crawling across the door, holding it together. And she puts her hand on the door, and it starts at her touch. The vines start to separate, and they become almost like moving snakes from the center of her hand across the sigils to the edges of the door. And it starts to sink below the sand until there's just this dark entrance that goes down into seemingly nothing.
As the door is doing all of this, Muriel's like, wait, I've seen this play. Speak friend and enter.
I do not know what you're talking about.
You know, the play by William Shakespeare.
Yes, a true artist of our time.
Lord of this something.
She steps aside,
I
and
want to run by as soon as there's enough space for me to get into the darkness. I'm running in there.
okay, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
That's true.
Oh no!
That's true goth energy, by the way.
I don't like that.
It's like
As soon
I
as
need
there's-
the shadows.
As soon as there's darkness, I run right in. Big goth energy.
How about an 8? Is that good?
Nope.
that's bad actually.
Are you sure? Can you check again?
Yeah.
So she, as it had just come down, and she had stepped aside and she had been raising her arm again as if to touch the side of the door. But before she could do that, Shalva runs through, and spikes just jut out of the side of it and out of the bottom, tripping you. And I need you to take 1 d6
You want me to roll?
force damage
Am I rolling?
or
it?
piercing. Yes, you can roll.
Ow! I took 6.
Oh, it stabs just goes right into pokes into your foot. It's like you've stepped on a really it's like you've stepped on a metal D4.
This is gothophobia.
Does the spike stay
and you
up,
trip.
Or does it go back down?
She immediately reaches out and touches her hand to the side of the door, and the spikes just sink into the ground and don't come up again. It's like her magic had been what had kept the trap at bay. No one was supposed to enter without her allowing them to.
Well,
So wait,
You
are we
just
are we
move.
safe now? Is that what I just gathered?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She has her hand on the door, so you're allowed to pass.
Real quick, have we had a rest since our Manticore fight?
No, you have
Okay.
not.
Cool.
Some of us were smart and just didn't take damage.
same.
Okay,
Some
but some
of-
of us also used some of our spell stuff. Was what I'm getting at here. But
Spells.
Some of us were drunk and slept through the fight. Guess you should have thought about that.
That's right, we all should have been drunk.
Yeah, I guess you should have gotten drunk and just passed out, Petros.
Why weren't you thinking 24 hours in advance?
Next time. Okay, thank you. Uh-oh, that's not good, actually.
The entrance is only wide enough to allow one person in at a time. So obviously Shalva's first, and she's face down on the ground right now, so she has to get out. What is your marching order?
I don't want to be in the front. That's for sure.
You have to be. You're already in the front. Someone has to crawl over you.
Oh, we have to crawl. Shit.
No, someone will have to get over you because
Yeah.
you're lying on the ground blocking the way.
I imagine myself like with my face like in the dirt, but like I'm up on my knees, so I've got like my ass in the air.
I don't want to be directly behind that in case there's something. I'm just saying you drank a lot the night before.
What does that have to do with the ass being in the air?
I don't want to explain this.
I want to go last. That's all
Okay.
No!
I want to go last.
I pushed myself up and say Petros should go first.
No one wants to be next to Shalva's ass. Is the thing.
I'm just saying, if anything comes from behind us.
I'm more
If
concerned
anything
about
comes
these-
from behind, I'm more than ready to handle it.
Alright.
I knew that was coming.
I
I
Yeah,
knew it was
it
gonna
is.
be Johnny that said it.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Okay.
wait,
Alright.
I'm so proud of myself.
Hugo's gonna take one for the team and go second.
wait. So who's going?
I love
first?
how the person in
Go
front is the
first.
person without dark vision.
No, Hugo's gonna go second.
See, that's why I need to be at the back, is I have dark vision for the back, and then we need someone with dark vision up front.
I also have dark vision. We
Yeah,
all
so
have
you should
dark
go
vision.
up front
you
because
go.
you're a tough person.
Fine. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of saying. Is that
I am a frail
Fucking fine, I'll go
jellyfish.
first.
I can go first
Okay.
if you want, but I'm just saying.
I will delicately step
Somebody
over
go
you,
first.
and I will go first.
Okay, go first.
Great.
Okay,
I do
Petros.
that.
Hugo second.
I'll go third.
I go last.
Jesus.
Is the Oracle following us?
Just one second.
Does the
Let me
Oracle
put
have
you.
dark vision?
The Oracle is a
definitely has
tiefling.
vision.
Tieflings have dark vision.
The Oracle doesn't need dark vision.
The Oracle don't have
Her-
eyes.
The
Her
Oracle-
vision is dark all the time. So I guess you could say she has dark vision.
That escalated quickly.
Okay, hang on a sec. So it was Petros, Hugo,
We're actually, I
Trolva.
think, in order
Yep.
going this way.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
You're right. That's funny.
Boom.
then Miral, and Shavala will bring it.
No, yeah.
No.
Yeah, that
Oh my
sounds
god, I
perfect.
forgot that Shavala is like huge when I put them on the screen. They take up 4 squares.
Oh my god.
That's just their aura.
Big move.
They have big dick.
Yeah. It takes up.
All that
Big
extra
dick
room
energy
is for
makes
the
you a
move.
huge creature. Okay. The Oracle does not follow you. She stands with her hand on the door. Once you're all in, she releases it.
Is
So
this
you're
because
no-
of the dark vision joke?
Did you say that out loud?
No.
I'm assuming you have to open the door for us again, right?
Yes. You will not be able to exit without me.
Okay, so we just knock or scream.
Do any of you have message or a kind of?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
I think Shavala might.
I can. Nope, sure don't. I have Vicious Mockery, Friends, or Dancing Lights.
Can I presidigitate something on the other side of the wall?
I
Just,
can't
just like a little
spare
thing
the
to be like, hey, we're
dying.
here.
I could mock the wall.
I need to check something
We could knock.
because I think Shavala has message.
I could knock just real hard.
Knock real hard. With
I
your
could cast Shatter.
You could.
Yeah.
She kind of she's like I will know when you are ready.
All right.
Fair enough.
We'll take your word for
I
it.
totally trust and believe you.
As you should.
All right.
Oh yeah, she's an oracle, so of course she'll know.
Yeah.
I know many things.
Like when we're ready.
I'm
Yes,
going
like when
to...
you are ready.
Oh, sorry.
So keep going.
I'm going
You're
to
good.
light my torch. Anything we should know going in, or just...
I'll
best.
describe the entrance for you. So as you go in, and from behind you, the oracle says, "Good luck," and the door slowly slides closed.
Wait, do we need
come in.
Okay.
Sorry, did you need to do something?
I asked her if there was anything we needed to know. Like anything we should be
There-
aware of.
There are creatures in this place. Be ready to fight.
Okay, well...
You have the article, yes? Or you have the artifact, yes?
Yeah,
Yes,
I think so.
do. We all look at
Hugo, do you have the artifact
Yes,
on you?
I have not given that up.
You should be able to find it then. But be careful, it's very dangerous.
And then the door shield
And
shut.
Yep, and
whatever
that's it.
else you find, treasure or whatnot, it's yours.
Ooh, cool.
I love that.
I like the sound of this.
She said it's mine, not yours, Hugo.
It
So
was an all-encompassing thing.
we're all like on our hands and
I'm
knees
pretty sure she
crawling,
was
right?
talking to me.
Yeah, are we...
No.
You're
No.
what?
We're all on our like hands and knees crawling, right? Is that the impression I got?
No. The ceiling is tall. The ceiling is like 10 feet tall.
It's just Hugo is on his knees for some reason.
Wait, why-
No,
reason.
Shalva fell. That's why she was on her hands and knees with her butt in the air.
Yeah.
Perhaps I missed something. Why were we crawling earlier then? Or
We were.
Oh, I said crawl over Shalva. Like someone had in order to get over her.
okay, so
That's
we're all
just
at full height.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
yes.
Um,
And it's everything in front of you. Everything like past 5 feet is just dark.
okay.
Very clear that no one has been in here in a very long time because there's no source of light. It's distinctly cooler than outside.
That's wonderful.
The walls are coarse and rough, very like hewn from almost. It seems like it shouldn't be this weathered, but it is. And it slopes downward until, Andrew,
Hello?
would you like to change to the map?
Oh, sure. I'm guessing that's not what you want us to see? Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Where
I
are
don't
we?
know what you could.
Don't look at that. There we are.
There you are. Okay. So, thank you, Brendan, for the map. Everyone say thank you, Brendan.
Thank you,
Nice.
Brendan.
Thank you, Brendan.
Makes my maps for me. So you with Petros in the lead with his torch held high, you come to the first intersection. There seems to be you could either go straight or you could go to your left.
Well, I never like going
I
straight.
was gonna say,
so-
I don't think any of us can go straight.
That's not my favorite.
Can I peer down that hallway and see what's going on down there?
You want to move ahead of Hugo?
Oh yeah, I guess I'm like the third. Someone look down the hallway and just see what's going on down there.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
You have how 60 feet dark vision?
Yeah.
And
The silence is ominous.
So there doesn't seem to be anything down this hallway. At least not that you can see until, if you wanted to, you could go down that way and investigate a little bit. You can't, there doesn't seem to be anything on the ground.
Okay. Either hallway?
Either hallway.
Okay. I'm going to pass my torch to Hugo.
Oh,
why do we have the torch? Why don't we just put out the torch?
Because one of us can't see in the dark.
Well, fuck him.
I'm afraid that the wee bit. Y'all will spite me if it kills you.
Yep.
I just,
Well, fuck him.
Hugo goes, I'm afraid I'm a bit disadvantaged in the dark. This is not my native environment.
Okay, well, this is my native environment, and if I've learned one thing, it's you don't light things so that everything knows you're here.
Hey, I think it's gonna be fine. All right.
We can always put out the torch.
We can put it out if we need to. I think it's fine right now.
Whatever, fuck it.
I am known as the
helpful.
fastest torch putter out there in the West. It will not be a problem to extinguish this quickly.
Hey,
It's not really the extinguishing it that I'm concerned about. It's the thing seeing it while you have it lit.
This seems like a weird hill to die on.
while they're arguing, can
Seems like a
I
perfect
make
cave
a
to die
perception
in.
check for the both hallways? Looking like you said, there's nothing on the floor. Is the floor like clean? Does it smell like bleach?
Make a perception check.
That's a natural 19 plus 2, so 21.
Okay, so you notice. So while there doesn't seem to be anything on the ground, it's just sand. There does seem to be little indents in the sand, as if made by something walking down these hallways before.
Does it seem fresh? Can I tell?
Not. Make a survival check.
All right. That's gonna be a 16.
Okay, it doesn't seem to be particularly fresh, but like something didn't really need to come down this way in a while. But something did walk down this hallway at one point.
Hey, do y'all want to stop?
As you keep going, you put your hand on the side of these sandstone walls, and you notice that there is markings inscribed on the side.
Like language markings?
Like a language or sigils.
Awesome. Do I recognize?
If you
the
want,
language?
you can make a religion check to decipher.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Or does anyone speak Draconic?
I got a 9 on religion.
You have no idea.
No. I don't
Does
think
Hugo-
any of
Does
us
anyone
probably speak Draconic.
So you have no idea what these really mean.
Yep.
Keep going. Go ahead.
You know what? I'm going to speak Draconic. I have not picked my second language yet, and I could retroactively do that now.
No.
You
As
know,
I- now-
hey Ben,
Yeah.
hey Ben.
Yeah,
You know what you could
no,
just say? I speak Draconic.
Yeah, I know. I'm just letting you know, like, this wasn't prepared in advance. I hadn't picked a second language yet, but I can justify as an archaeologist. Maybe I know this.
Yeah, you would.
I'm being
So-
transparent, Nikki.
I know. I appreciate that.
Don't roast me for it.
I'm gonna roast you for whatever I want. You know this, Ben. You can't do it, so I have to. So you can tell that this is some form of Draconic. It is, however, mixed with something else that you don't recognize. Or it's very possible that it's just very ancient dialect. But from what you can tell, it does seem to be some sort of incantation. Or a prayer, almost.
I noticed that Muriel is taking a look at the sides of the walls, and I walk over there with my torch and hold it up to the wall so that everyone can see it in its full light. Didn't actually have an end of the sentence.
It's like you know those scrolls on English castles, the tapestries that have like entire histories woven into them?
Certainly.
It's like that, but like etched into the sand.
Okay, so not quite hieroglyphic then.
No, it's not hieroglyphic. It's Draconic. Base is Draconic, but it seems to be some kind of really ancient dialect, so you can only pick up the gist of it.
No, I mean like not like hieroglyphic like bands. This is like a vertical thing.
Yeah, this is like well, I guess it's horizontal. Rather, it goes across the side of the walls.
Oh, so hieroglyphic bands.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. I look at that, and Hugo says something to the effect of like, "Lucky for us, I happen to speak Draconic from all the time I've spent in other temples," and then he realizes that there's a second language mixed in here. Oh boy.
I audibly roll my eyes.
Does it,
You guys, I just heard some eyes roll.
That was me.
the secondary language, does it look... So my languages are Infernal and Orc. Does it look like either of those?
It does not.
Okay.
This appears to be... I can tell that the base is draconic, but it is almost flourished with some other language.
I feel like I know the answer to this, but it wouldn't happen to be Elvish.
It is not.
Nope.
But I cannot.
Does anyone speak Abyssal?
Nope.
I cannot seem to pick apart the other half of this.
Question. I picked Infernal because of my time spent in the
Godless
canyon.
Abyss.
Yeah. Would it have made more sense for do they speak Abyssal there?
I would say that it would make more sense to have chosen Abyssal. This
Okay,
is definitely
I wasn't
more
sure.
of the chaotic devil types.
Okay, can I switch that then? Because that's why I picked
Yes.
that language. Okay, then I speak
Yes,
Abyssal.
I will allow you.
Thank you.
So you can tell that the second language inscribed with this draconic, you recognize from looking at it, there is a abyssal text. So this is almost like a cipher or a third language made by mixing draconic and abyssal together. This script is, you can tell once you combine your knowledges together that this is definitely a kind of incantation, a prayer to the goddess Tiamat.
Fascinating. Perhaps there was some sort of cohabitation here at some point.
Which way are you going to go?
I was just looking at this wonderful wall, but okay, I guess we can do something.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait a
it's-
minute. So, cohabitation, so it was dragons and demons, if I understand correctly?
I understand that may sound very unlikely, and I will admit I am a little bit confused as well, but...
I'm not confused, I'm worried.
Can I roll a religion check to see what I know about Tiamat?
You may.
But I cannot think of another reason why these would be intertwined like this.
I mean-
that's going to be a 15.
I can think of a lot of reasons that none of them are good.
Please, elaborate. What do you think might have occurred here?
Demon dragons.
Oh, fuck! I would like to add that fuck is loud enough that it kind of ricochets down the walls. Fuck!
Fuck!
Great,
Fuck!
good thing
fuck,
we weren't sneaking
fuck.
into a secret tomb and trying to be quiet and stealthy about it.
Yeah, good thing. Hey, wait!
So you know that Tiamat is the evil goddess, the dragon goddess of avarice and destruction. And before the split, her worship was very popular. After the split, it was banned. It was a very widespread practice that was banned. She has multiple temples strewn throughout the continent of Laia, one of which you have already visited.
Right.
And while you don't really know why this draconic would be infused with abyssal, you can only assume it's because someone who speaks abyssal or a group that speaks abyssal would have worshipped Tiamat, not just the dragon.
So it's an easy assumption that, it's not just Dragonborn that are worshipping Tiamat. It's Dragonborn, and clearly there were some demons as well.
Demon
Or,
dragon.
Yes.
or potentially both.
Dragonborn
Yeah.
influence. This seems similar to the first temple we were in.
Listen, I'm just gonna assume they were fucking.
It's possible.
Or they were fucking.
Hugo lowers his torch closer to the ground so that the light is not spread as far down the hallways. He goes, folks, I am going to be... Folks.
Folks.
Howdy, y'all. I am thinking... my comrades, I am thinking that I do not like the sound of any of this, and I am thinking we might be in extreme danger if we are to proceed.
So we should do so quietly.
Well, I mean, what are the... We have certainly come to the conclusions that we have come to, but what are the odds that this place is in any way still uninhabited?
I
mean, guys, I was trying to say before, there's definitely some, footprints here.
Is it ours?
Can I tell which direction the footprints are going?
They seem to be coming to and from both up and down the hallway.
The
Both
north,
hallways.
So no, from both.
Well,
Both north and west.
So it's pretty. It looks like they are just all over the place.
These footprints don't seem defined. It's not like footprints. There's no definable toes or anything.
Gotcha.
Just tracks? Just ruts from tons
It's
of people
like
walking
points
through,
in the
or-
ground.
Ew.
Yeah.
So I might think that it was less like people and more like monsters.
Yes.
So wives, let's find them.
Let's go find us some
I
wine.
I don't want to marry these.
Oh.
Well, I mean, all we could do is pick a direction and go for it, so...
I say we go left.
Well, that leaves... if you don't want to marry them, that leaves fuck or kill.
I guess we'll kill them.
I guess we'll kill them.
Yeah, so let's go...
Let's go west.
Let's just go west, yeah.
Okay. You're gonna keep going until...
We should look for traps as we move, of course.
Yeah, I would definitely like to be inspecting for traps.
You are like the fourth person back.
Yep.
Well, I guess that should be me then, as I am in the front. Yeah.
That would explain why I rolled a 2.
You're a rogue, so...
Yeah,
would you like to...
Hugo can aid as well. Hugo would like to, investigate?
Yes, it is investigation.
Finally, I'm useful. I'm pretty useful in combat, actually. I don't know why I said that. Cool, that would be 24 on investigation. Hugo is looking for any sort of traps or triggering...
As you move down the hallway, you don't see any traps. There, nothing seems to be amiss. As you come into the first antechamber, go ahead and roll perception for me, everybody.
That's going to be an unnatural 20.
Nice. Mine is going to be a 23. Unnatural.
Jaboy
No,
rolled a
natural
10.
23. Oh, wait. No, you have a 24. A 10, you said?
Yeah.
14
And
over here.
Hugo? Okay. So,
Champions.
Petros has been too concerned looking for traps to really take a good look around the first chamber. Hugo, you notice in the towards the back of the wall, there seems to be something coming out of the wall. And it doesn't seem to be moving, but there's something there. Muriel and Shalva, you both see that this is a stone statue. It has 5 heads, and it seems to have been worn by age. This thing is clearly very old. And it's part of its body coming out of the wall, and it has its claws, clawed hands coming out of the wall, reaching around it, that seem to be hiding something.
Is it humanoid?
No. It's a dragon.
Oh, okay.
I think I've seen this porn.
Are you all pointing this out to me, or am I still looking for traps?
Yeah, I'm gonna elbow you in the side and be like, hey Petros, check out this cool statue.
I would like to use my divine sense, so I'm going to detect good and evil. Anything affected, it's like anything within 60 feet that is celestial, fiend, or undead. And it's not
gonna take this opportunity to mage armor.
Okay. This thing is not alive. It isn't giving off any aura, but it is creeping you out quite a bit.
Is there anything
it isn't
in like a next room or something? Sorry.
Within 60 feet. No, nothing. No fiend or anything.
Okay.
No celestial, undead. Nothing is triggering your divine sense.
Okay.
But it is triggering your common sense and creeping you out quite a bit.
You said it looked like it was like clutching something?
Yeah, like its claws, its clawed hands are in front of it as if it's holding something.
But it has nothing there?
You don't know. You don't have to go investigate.
I'm gonna go investigate.
Okay, roll investigation or perception.
I'm gonna do perception. That'd be a 10.
Okay, so you go forward. You look around. It seems in its claws it is holding a box. A little, like almost like an alms box that you might find in a church.
Oh, this. I kind of quietly whisper back to everyone else. This looks like it might be like an offering box or something like that.
So there's probably money in it.
Maybe, but do you want to try grabbing it?
It is in my experience that you are not supposed to remove offerings from temples like this.
I point at your hand.
This was not an offering, this was a piece of architecture. It's a weird justification.
I mean, you're already cursed. Why don't you just check it out?
Yes, there was a difference between being cursed and being murdered by a god, and I would like to do neither, but I'm already cursed.
Yeah, I mean, you're already halfway there. Check it out.
No.
Can I investigate this box and see if there are any markings or if there's like a lock on it, anything like that?
Are you gonna touch it? Are you gonna pick it up? What are you gonna do?
I don't like you asking that.
I just want to know. I want to know how you're investigating it. Like, are you gonna try to pick it up to look around it? Are you just looking at it?
The first thing I want to do,
gonna affect the DC.
The first thing I want to do is just look at it and see if there are any sigils or markings on it.
It just seems to be a plain box.
Okay. Is there a lock or is there just like it's just a top?
It's just open.
Oh, it's open.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well then I want to look inside of it.
You see that it seems to have the bottom of it is covered by 20 gold pieces.
There's some gold in here.
Don't.
Is it enough to risk getting cursed?
It's like 20 gold.
That is nothing.
No.
That's what you can see.
I'm gonna say Muriel takes out a gold piece and puts it in.
I didn't realize I was walking around with a bunch of 1%ers over here. Shit, I'd take 20 gold.
From
Hey, Shalva,
God.
eat the rich. 20 gold pieces. That's all I can see. That's nothing.
Oh, 20 gold? That's not even worth sticking my hand in a box.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nikki. Would you get cursed for $20?
I never
It's a
said
lot
it
more
was
than
cursed.
$20.
Yeah, that's like
The
$200.
exchange rate, that's like...
Yeah, but like whatever.
Yeah, so I put
That's all you
I put
see.
a gold piece in.
Okay. Pedros, how long does your divine sense work?
Let me double check. Is until the end of my next turn because it seems like it's an in-battle thing. So 6 seconds approximately.
Okay, so it's gone. Nothing happens.
Cool. Wonderful.
See? Nothing
I'm sorry,
happened.
was that fear?
I fucking hate this. I would like to leave, please.
I guess I just Eldritch Blast myself. Like, I don't know.
Guess I'll
Get it
fuck
over with.
myself.
Yeah, I guess I'll just fuck myself then.
At least you don't notice anything.
Great. I love that turn of phrase too. That's extra good. I'll just die now. It's fine.
Great, let's leave.
Yeah.
Let's leave this
we
very
leave and
bad
start a bar.
statue. Yeah.
Okay, so you notice that as you've come around the corner, as you look up, there is an entrance to another chamber.
That looks like a place to go.
Yep, there's nowhere to go but up.
Before we go in, can I peer down the hallway? Check for traps on the floor and see how far I can see into the room?
There doesn't... Yes, go ahead and roll for investigation.
That's a 5. Nope, 6.
It looks like sand.
Hey, sand.
I'm also gonna investigate.
It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
That's gonna be a 19.
Okay, it's sand. There's no traps or
I
anything.
found sand.
Same, just sand.
At least this place can be described as homogeneous.
Very.
What's after you?
Is there like scripture just all in the walls, or was it just in that one spot?
They do seem to be, like, not necessarily in the chambers themselves, but in every hallway, there seems to be a different part of this incantation. It's slowly piecing together a, like, not an elegy, necessarily, but, definitely a psalm of worship to the goddess Tiamat.
I'm gonna summon my pact weapon.
Okay, what are you summoning?
I'm summoning a long sword. No, wait.
Okay.
A rapier.
Okay.
And I got a 5.
Okay. Okay, you summon a rapier.
Yes.
Hey, same hat.
Save sword.
I
Same
see you
sword.
copied my beard. So you are you going to keep going forward?
Yeah, well, Petros first.
I'm going. Yeah.
Okay, I need you to roll perception. And are you guys going? By the way, when you guys are walking, are you guys trying to be stealthy, or are you just
Well,
going
we have a torch
forward?
lit, so apparently not.
I mean, we're not tromping
trying to be
around, but I don't
stealthy.
know if we're necessarily. I'm not rolling stealth.
I would
I'm
describe
fully the fuck rolling stealth.
I suggested it and got shot down, so.
This
rolled
would
an
be a
18.
group roll, Johnny.
Okay.
This would have been a group roll. So even if you roll well on stealth, if no one else does, it's not really going to matter.
Cool.
I would consider what Hugo is moving at a cautioned pace.
Yeah. I don't know if
Very cautious.
stealth is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm not like.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
I rolled an unnatural 20.
Okay. Anyone else?
Well, I guess me too.
I didn't realize it all was.
14
I got a
again.
10. No, 11.
That'd be a 16.
So, Petros and Shalva, you hear the slight rustling and moving of sand on the ground as you near the entrance to this other chamber.
I put my hand on Hugo's shoulder because I believe he's in front of me, and go, "Do you hear that? Sorry, do you hear that?"
I was thrown off by the fact that I know you're turning to your mic, but it looks like, wait, no, Johnny's not Hugo, I'm Hugo.
I'm Hugo.
You hear what? I'm not sure I picked up on that.
Something's moving.
It's.
Yeah, I've got, like, sword unsheathed, shield out.
Okay.
Like, shield up and out. Kind of like, if anything comes for us, it's hitting that first. And, like, carefully, like, moving forward. But, like, I'm doing hand signals now, which is probably not very useful, but, like...
Okay. Are you gonna, you go forward. Your dark vision, slowly begins to reveal, as Petros, as you move forward, your dark vision slowly begins to reveal the inside of, the chamber. And you see in front of you, in the dark light, many legs, arising from the sand, a big abdomens and heads and pincers clicking in the darkness, as 3 giant spiders rise from the sand, look at you with 8 beady black eyes, and click their pincers at you.
I cast Sacred Flame at the first one.
I need you to roll initiative.
Great.
Oh shit!
Okay, I rolled a 9.
I was fucking ready.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled an unnatural 20.
Nice.
Can you? Serious question. Can you ready a vicious mockery?
You cannot ready vicious mockery.
Like the
That's
next-
all about the
The
improv.
next thing I see, I'm gonna insult it.
Okay. Sorry. Shalva was unnatural 20. Hugo
5.
5. Petros,
9.
Miro,
10.
Okay. Okay. So the order is as follows. It goes Shalva, Spiders, Shavala, Muriel, Petros, Hugo.
Wait.
All right. Shalva, you're first. What do you do?
I don't like. Usually I like spiders, but these ones I do not like. In fact, I am going to whip out my light crossbow, and try to shoot the one in the front. I think that's
Okay.
what I do.
Roll to attack.
Are-
You moved. Did you move?
Are you shooting through us?
I mean, I can't.
Yeah, you have.
Can I lean to the side and like
You can
Sideways?
move 5 feet to the left.
Okay, yeah, that'll do that.
Don't block the hallway, bro.
You can get through.
Can
Also,
I?
you don't want to be that close.
I want to be able to shoot, though.
Right. I can move back. It's fine. Yeah, no, I roll an 11 to hit.
Okay. Close up here. That doesn't hit. That
Yeah, I
misses.
didn't think so.
You raise your bow and you shoot, but it just goes flying over the head of the first spider, which doesn't seem at all bothered by whatever you're doing.
Have they, like, reacted?
They know that you're there, and they are all 3 of them facing
Okay.
your entrance.
Like, their pincers coming at us or something?
Yes. The first one moves. It begins to move forward. It's 8 legs crawling over the sand, and as it moves, you can see that this is what was leaving the footprints that you saw before. It moves. The first one moves forward.
Hold on. I'm not done.
Oh, you're not done. Go forward. Go ahead.
No. I don't want to go forward. I actually want to go back to my place in line. Move back
Okay.
over to the right one. And then say,
Yep.
"All you Petros, you can do this. I believe in you," and give you a bardic inspiration.
Yay!
Okay, now I'm done.
Okay. This first spider moves forward, and it sees Petros with shield and sword, and it seems to be quite angry that you're throwing off its groove and you're in its space. And
The groove. Don't mess
It-
with the groove.
I'm sorry, you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
sorry. And it is going to try to bite you.
Nice.
Not really my thing, but okay.
22.
No, actually, that's not gonna do it. Yeah, no, that hits.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I hate spiders.
It's 11.
Okay, first you take 9 piercing damage, and you save, but you feel this poison as its pincers just clamp into you. You feel poison coursing through your systems. You saved, so you take half damage. You take 4 points of poison damage.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Okay, the others also move forward as if preparing to take you guys. From where they stand, Shivala will Shivala casts mage armor on themselves and stays where they are. They're not going to move any. That moves us to Mural.
Yay. I'm going to step 5 feet to my left to get a clear shot. And
Okay.
I'm going to blast some eldritches.
Okay, you blast that eldritch.
That's going to be a 15 to hit
That hits.
for 8 damage. Oh, wait.
Is it just one eldritch blast?
I get 2, don't I? That's right. I always
Yeah.
forget that. So that's 8 damage on the first one. The
Mhm.
second one is 11 to hit?
Miss.
Oh, that was good.
And this is the closest one? Yeah?
Yeah. The only I imagine that's the only one I could reasonably aim at.
It is. Okay.
And then I'm going to. Am I at the back of the line?
You are not. You are now right in front of Shivala.
All right, I'm gonna step back over, not in front of Siobhan,
Okay.
and that's it.
All right. So we are now at Petros.
Great.
Do it.
I'm gonna roll to swing at the spider right in front of me.
Go Petros, you
Go
do
for
more
it.
than just provide shade.
Oh boy, that's a 10.
Miss.
Okay.
So you swing your sword, and even though it's close, its pincers have gotten you, and the poison has made you double over, and you just barely miss.
You can
I don't know if
swinging at it.
But like I rolled a 10. I'd have to probably roll like a 6 in order to.
Hey, they're spiders. How much AC do they really have?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I was gonna
they're
say
big.
I'm gonna save that for a time where I think I might be closer. So,
What?
That's a wild tangle.
No, sorry. I'll fix it right now on stream.
Sorry.
yeah, no, that'll do her.
Oh, I've made it worse.
Okay, is that it
Yeah,
for you? Hugo, go.
One
Hugo
second.
has his headphones off.
Hugo is
He's
currently
untangling
detangling
them.
his headphones.
Oh, what's
Oh.
worse?
I was sarcastically.
So,
stating
I'll
Hugo.
go for Hugo. I'm gonna move.
No, Nikki, I can hear you.
Oh,
Okay, so
Hugo shits his pants.
the person directly in front of me is. And they're so mean to him.
Me.
The person directly in front of me is Andrew, right? Or no,
No,
Petros?
it's me.
It's
yeah.
Petros.
All right. Then I lean over to Petros and say, "My friend, I apologize, but I am no use behind you. I'm going to have to ask you to duck."
I duck.
Hugo releases the little latch, keeping his whip all coiled up, and rears it back and attempts to crack a shot over Petros's head.
Do I need to roll an acrobatics to get out of the way?
I think I just need to roll high enough.
I'm gonna say roll with disadvantage. Roll to hit with disadvantage.
Hey, you know what?
Okay.
That's fair.
You could roll worse.
I could. Anyway, I rolled a 4. That'd be 4 plus
You
5, so
missed.
now... Yeah, I know! That'd be 4 plus 5, 9.
A 9 misses. So you crack your whip, and Petros manages to get out of the way, but the crack of the whip is really loud, and you're just like, ow, that hurts.
that baby
But the
driver
whip
was-
cracks right in front of the spider, but it just bounces off of the spider's natural armor and does nothing to it.
Alright, I yell out, "Back, beast, back!" Oh.
It goes back, human, back.
Oh, God.
They can
God.
talk?
Big
I mean-
spider.
Fair point.
We have a regular
It
detective.
just it clicks. It clicks. It goes click
We have a
or whatever sound that big spiders make.
We have a regular Detective Pikachu situation on our hands.
Squeakity squeak squeak.
Everyone should see Detective Pikachu. It's really good.
It was good.
Okay, so is that all for you, Hugo?
I also summoned Fireball. No, I'm done.
Oh shit! Why haven't you been doing that?
That's
Okay, Shelva.
That's
Oh
all
shit!
I.
It's my turn again.
That's all I can do.
Yeah.
I am going to step back out into the firing lane.
Firing lane.
And then I want to cast Fairy Fire, and I think I can hit all 3 of them. So they
Okay,
each need
what's
to
the-
make dexterity saves, DC 15.
DC 15. Okay, first one fails.
Yeah.
Second one is a natural 20.
No.
Third one is a natural 20.
No. What the?
So the first one, the one in front, fails. What happens to it?
It begins glowing a let's go neon green color, and everyone has advantage on attacks against it.
Hang on. Neon green.
Yes,
And everyone has advantage on it.
Yep.
Okay?
because they can see it very well.
It starts glowing this bright neon green color, almost like toxic sludge in a cartoon kind of way.
Nice. And then I want to step back over and tap Hugo on the shoulder and say, "All you, bud," and give him bardic inspiration.
Oh,
All right.
thank you, my friend. My
My
friend.
Frond.
Frond.
I'm not your frond.
I think I'm leaning too hard into the accent. I need to. I need to.
Not your frond, buddy.
I'm not your frond, body.
Oh.
Do you mean like palm fronds?
Yes, you are like a large leaf.
Yes.
You are like a large leaf to me.
You provide shade.
That's what Petros wants to mean.
I'm the frond.
Petros
This is
frond.
nothing.
We are like many fronds on one fern.
This is all canon. This is happening during this fight.
Hugo
The
had-
spiders are weirded out and leave.
Before he got his anthropology degree, he had a philosophy degree. We are all like the many fronds upon one fern. Without us, no photosynthesis can occur.
So what you're saying is that's the second reason why I can't stand him.
Johnny, you're so mean to Hugo, who has done nothing wrong.
He has.
Do your thing.
Call up post for Hugo.
This is a call out post.
You're so mean to Hugo, who has done quite a few things wrong.
Yeah.
It does not mean I am deserving of Verticule.
Yes,
but
it is.
That is the end of my turn.
Okay. The spiders. The first one, the one that has fairy fire, it's very confused at something is making it glow and it's never glowed before. And it's mad, so it's going to try to bite Petros again, because Petros is closest to it. Oh, frick. Me. Natural 18.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a...
Do I need to roll Constitution?
Yes, you do.
14?
You save. So you take half.
Congratulations.
6 points of poison damage, and I need to roll for actual damage. It is... so 5 points of piercing damage, too.
Okay.
Oof.
All right.
How are you doing?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
No, I'm looking a worse for wear. I'm bloodied.
I'm doing all right. I'm in a lot of pain, but I'm doing all right.
And that's the mood? Oh, that's sad.
That's the millennial experience.
Yeah, no, I'm bloodied.
Okay. That's it for the spiders. Shavala, who is going to fire a Eldritch Blast.
They have advantage.
Blazed.
That's true. Actually, they're going to they raise their hand and point at the one in front, and that big bell appears above the spider's head and begins to peal, and the echoing sound of the bell that tolls for thee begins sounding off of the sandstone walls, and they are going to cast Toll the Dead. So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. That is not going to save, I don't think.
I
Yep,
assume it's wisdom.
that does not save.
It's not very
So,
high.
yeah, these are wise spiders.
Just a lot of good advice from these
Spiders are wiser than you think. No, I
Okay.
don't know what I mean by that.
It definitely it curls in on itself, and as if it's trying to shake off the sound of the bell. Next is Mural.
Marvelous. So right kind of in the middle of the three spiders, Miral casts Shatter.
For where is it casting? Where are you casting Shatter?
So it's a 10-foot radius, and I'm going to do it in the middle of the spiders such that it would hit all of the spiders and none of us.
Okay. What's the saving throw?
Constitution.
I give everyone
And
advantage.
it's 14.
I give everyone advantage.
So that's a 14 for the first one.
Boo.
14 for the second one. And 4 for the third one.
Nice. So it is 6.
So 2 of them save, 1 of them does not.
So it's 16 damage. So the ones with the saves get
8?
half. So 8, 8, and 16.
So the 2 that have not been affected by the fairy fire, they are the ground beneath them just erupts and rumbles underneath them, and they both seem to waver on their feet. The other one gets hit distinctly harder, the one that's affected by the fairy fire, and it just loses its legs completely and falls down, and it lets out this monstrous scream of pain as that thunder energy just moves through it and tears it apart, and it falls down dead.
Yay!
Well done.
Miral takes a bow.
Okay. Is that all for your turn?
Yeah, that is super all for my turn.
All right, Petros.
Okay, I'm going to move. I think I actually just want to move one to the left. So Hugo could get out if he wants to. But I'm still within 5 feet of him. And then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the spider on the left.
Okay.
So that's a wisdom. And it's a 12.
That's a natural one, so.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so it takes 9 damage.
Okay, so
And I
you
turn back
told
to
the dead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, keep going.
I was gonna say, I turn back to
just try
Cheval
it.
and I'm like, same cantrip!
Same cantrip.
That's
They
it.
give you a salute. So it, the sound, makes it cringe in on itself, and it definitely looks the worst for wear. That leaves us to Hugo.
Hello. So to be clear, have those two other spiders moved forward at all?
No, not since the first turn.
Bummer. Okay, then Hugo was going to move up 2 spaces from where he is now.
Don't block the hallway.
I'm not going to block the hallway, thank you. Right. And you know what? To spite you, or to agree with you, 1 space to the right as well, please. And he... You are welcome. And he turns to Petros and says, like, yeah, I will have your back if you will have mine. Which makes it sound like a marriage proposal. But anyway,
Bro.
he pulls back his whip again and goes for another shot against the big spider lad.
All right, roll to attack.
That would be a 15 plus 4. Or plus 5.
Okay, that hits.
So am I... No, I'm not at any sort of flanking range, am I? No.
Nope.
Oh, wait, with advantage.
No, you don't. The one that had
No, you don't have
is that-
advantage. The one with
Is
the
he
fairy
part of-
fire died.
Yeah, that means you can add a d6 to
All right.
an attack.
Well,
That's
I
an
will...
advantage. Don't add that,
Wait, why not?
because you're already hitting.
You already hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Oh, a
It's not-
d6
it's
to
not
the...
damage.
D6
It's- yeah,
to
just
the
the
attack
attack.
roll.
I was gonna say no.
Great, well then... 3 damage.
Okay, it takes 3 points of damage. Also, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. 3.
That's a surprise for later.
Okay. Suddenly the world just, everything around you becomes black and your head feels like it's just pulling in on itself. And your head is just filled with terrifying visions of death and destruction, and your hand just courses with pain, and the veins, the blackness in the veins grows ever closer to your elbow, and you need to take 1d6 psychic damage.
So, an inquiry. This didn't happen while we were at the dock, and this didn't happen during the fucking hippogriff or whatever they were fight.
Manticore.
The manticore.
Yeah, I know that animal was wrong. What is causing this?
Who knows?
Because I forgot.
Or it's spreading.
Oh, wait.
That's my thought.
It was supposed to happen during those fights?
It was supposed to happen,
Well, see,
and I forgot.
Nikki, you're supposed to say no. It's just spreading and say
No.
It's just
Wait.
it's because you're in close proximity to go fuck yourself.
Oh, I figured it's because we were in this temple.
Sure.
So, wait. Okay. So it was supposed to happen in all previous fights?
Yes.
Okay, so I can't attack at all then. Great.
You can.
No, I can't, because I will get hurt.
You can.
No, I know.
No,
I know there's
it's
I know there's
a reason
rolled,
I make.
I know there's a rolled chance that I won't get hurt, but anywho.
If you make the wisdom save, it doesn't affect you. There's also, even if you fail the wisdom save, a possibility, a 1 in 4 chance that nothing happens.
Great. So I'm significantly...
Don't get cursed. Don't touch things you're not supposed to touch.
How the game started. Anyway, so I am significantly de-incentivized to attack. Great.
You can also add Bardic Inspiration to saves, FYI.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. You're welcome.
Moving forward.
Okay. So, you hit it. It takes 3 damage. Did you take psychic damage?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Is that all for your turn?
Yes, I have nothing more I can do.
Okay, Shalva.
I think... I think I'm just gonna... Where am I at right now? I'm gonna step kind of behind Petros. Step diagonally forward. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot a crossbow bolt at the spider that Hugo was attacking. So like diagonally towards that one.
You're not within range of it.
What do you mean?
Like you can't. You're not within line of sight.
Well, fine. Okay, so I'll step diagonally again to be next to Petros. Then can I shoot from there?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll to hit.
God damn it! That doesn't hit.
Okay, it goes whizzing over it again. You can't seem to get a good angle.
I mean, I'm also
On
just
it.
terrible with crossbows, so I think that's my issue. But
Yeah, it might be.
I fire it off and then I look at the crossbow like it did something wrong.
My dumb controller.
You're like me.
Like, God damn it, this thing. And I roll let's see, an unnatural 20 on deception.
Wait, what are you deceiving?
I'm making everyone think it's the crossbow malfunctioning
Crossbow's
and not me just
broken.
missing.
My dad works.
Okay, you all can choose to contest it, or you can all believe that the crossbow is cursed or
I
something.
don't think I can.
Yeah,
I
Hugo's
choose to fail.
Hugo's a little preoccupied with the searing headache in his head.
I then want to step back behind my big shade man.
Big shade.
Big shade.
Big shademan
Big shade man.
at your
Big
service.
shade energy.
Okay, is that all for you?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, this spider, the one on the right, looks at Hugo and raises it and turns around. And it shoots a web out of its spinnerets, not its butt, its spinnerets.
Definitely its butt. Oh, it's pooping on him.
Mood.
13,
Big move.
18?
Is this against me?
Big
Yeah.
food.
Oh, yeah, that absolutely hits.
Okay, so its web falls over you and wraps around you, and you are restrained. As an action, you can make a DC strength check to burst the webbing. It can also be attacked and destroyed. But you are just restrained for now.
Well, I shan't be attacking it.
And that's all for that spider. The other spider moves forward. Turns toward you guys and waits for you to come out of your little hidey hole. And that's all for them. Shivala will move up closer to Muriel. And let's see. Also 10, 15, 20. Move up here and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at the one that just threw web on Hugo. 18 and a natural 1. So one of them hits for a 8 points. Eldritch Blast. Okay, so next is Muriel.
Cool. Did Shalva just like camp out at the front of the hallway?
Who?
Shivala.
Shalva is behind you.
Shivala.
Shalva is behind Petra.
Is that Shivala that's blocking the hallway then?
Yeah, so someone's blocking the
Yeah.
hallway. I could not possibly shoot at.
You could. You could shoot. You would be shooting at disadvantage,
Yeah.
but you could.
Boo. I yell, "Hey Shivala, maybe don't block my shot next time."
I'll move. Just give me a second.
Just give me a second. I don't care enough right now.
Please hold.
Okay. You could move closer.
It's all
You
good.
could also shoot. It would just be a disadvantage.
I have a cantrip
'Cause that's the
attack
rule.
that isn't like a ray thing that I actually need to shoot. It's just like a more
Within vision.
spelly looking at a thing.
I guess say
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine. You can
so,
do that.
I think chill touch would work like that because it's like a skeletal hand that just like it's a ghostly skeletal hand in their space.
Ooh,
So I don't
spooky.
need to. That doesn't require a straight line from me to it.
That's true. You'd be able to see it. It's not like it's going to go through. You're shooting through.
Yeah, so I'm
Friend.
going to
Go ahead and roll
chill touch that
to-
motherfucker.
Okay, roll to attack.
Which one are you hitting?
I'm hitting the more damaged one.
They're both pretty equally damaged.
Gotcha. Let's say
The one that you would be able to see is the one that Shivala just attacked.
Yeah, sure, that one.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 16 to hit,
Okay, that hits.
and that's going to be for 5 damage, or 5 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn. And if it's undead,
Okay.
it also has disadvantage on stuff.
It is not undead.
Well, fine.
It's just a spider.
Yeah, so there's just a skeletal hand like hanging onto it.
Hey,
It doesn't seem to like that very much.
Who would?
Is that all for you, Muriel?
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, Petros.
Okay. That spider right there has an attack prepared, it sounds like, for me if I step out. I don't really want to do that right now, given my health. So I'm going to toll the dead on it again.
All right, go for it. It's a dex save.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. I'm going to go ahead and say that fails. That is an 11.
Yep. Almost, not quite. I'm not the wisest bitch on the block. That would be a 6 damage.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think that'll do it for me.
Okay. Hugo.
What did you say was my target to beat with the spiderweb?
You need to make a strength saving or a strength of 12.
Wonderful. 19. I break free of the
Awesome.
spiderweb.
Boom.
Okay.
I'm going to say that the physical exertion that I just did, combined with the psychic damage, causes me to... I'm going to take another 5 to the right as I just kind of am winded by the psychic and physical pain.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Last time I attacked,
Shalva.
I got hurt.
Shalva's turn. Every time I have a plan, it's like, this is what I'm going to do. And then you say it's my turn, and I forget everything that I know.
It's like when you know the answer to something and then you get called on and you forget what the answer was.
I do have a question for you, though.
Yes.
Are any of these spiders wearing metal armor by chance? Or using metal weapons?
That's my
No.
favorite
I
joke.
think they are.
That's my favorite
but-
joke.
Fine.
Someday you'll get to use that.
I guess I'll just heal Petros or whatever. Shit.
Oh, that would be neat.
I heal you for 15.
Thanks.
I love that.
Thanks, neighbor.
So I cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level, reach out, and Laia,
I'm just
a
like,
high five?
Yeah.
We give a high five, and you feel a lot better.
thank you.
Are you wearing armor?
Am I? Yes.
Alright.
I'm wearing, like, leather armor,
Boo.
which isn't great, and your mage armor would probably be better.
Yeah, but I can't cast it on you if you're wearing armor.
Oh. Well, I am. Okay, but that's gonna be my turn. I'm just healing my palm frond.
Okay, that's good. That's fine. Next is the spiders. The spider moves forward. It's definitely looking the worst for wear. It's looks like some of its legs are crippled. Its body is cut up and it looks shaken, and it's still on its legs. It's going to try to bite Hugo. That's a natural 7.
Can I? Oh shit! Never mind. Never mind.
That's a what?
Natural 17.
Okay.
Can I use my cutting words action to reduce the damage that Hugo's about to take by 1d6?
Can you do that for other people?
Yeah. So it's a thing for my college. As a reaction,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, when a creature you can see within 60 feet makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll, you can expend 1 use to subtract the number from the number.
Go for it. It's 8 points of piercing damage.
I reduced
So
that by 3.
okay, so 5 points of piercing damage. I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Oh, well, it's not very high.
So anywho, 4.
Okay. You take 8 points of poison damage.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank the spider. It's almost dead,
No,
though.
thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, spider.
Thanks God.
You're welcome,
blame,
child.
Blame not the tools of God, but God himself.
That's just how D&D works.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just how D&D do.
So again, thank you, Nikki.
You're welcome, Ben.
Is it metagaming to kill God?
No, that's
You
just
can't
how most
kill me.
D&D works.
I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me. Okay. So it hits you. The other one, the other one sits out of, just barely, actually no, because it's stupid. I'm gonna say that. Stop, you stupid motherfucker.
You know what? You're...
Okay, it's forward. Hang on, I'm gonna delete the other one, because... And it moves forward, and it is going to bite Shivala.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage. That's fine, because it's a 9.
Why does that have disadvantage?
Because I have a shield thing where anything standing within 5 feet of me gets
Even so.
protection.
Nice.
Okay, so it misses. Completely. Shivala, in retaliation, is going to cast Frostbite. And so frost starts to form on the pincers of the fangs of the spider, and the cold energy just starts to crawl across its many eyes and its face. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which it failed. Leave. Yes. So it takes 2d6. So remember that next is Mural. If you want to prep your move.
Yep. I guess I just chill touch again.
All right.
Because people are in my way.
So actually, this spider number 3, the one that attacked, oh no, it's actually the one. So it's still.
Is that cocked?
I'd say no. I'm sorry.
Okay. So Shivala attacks the one that just moved into range, and it totally becomes covered by frost. until the cold takes over its body, and it falls to the ground, dead. Okay, go for it, Mural.
Yeah, I miss.
Okay, the hand swipes out at the spider but misses it.
Hey, take off your clothes.
Sorry, what?
I could mage armor you.
Oh!
Take off your clothes!
Lead with that next time.
No, just take off your clothes. Or just your armor. Like, leave your clothes on.
I feel as though it would take equal time to... who cares? I don't give a shit. That is in canon now.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Petros.
Okay, I'm gonna meander on over next to Hugo.
Hello.
Salute. I'm going to try and hit that one. Ooh, that's a 12?
No, miss.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration. Actually, nope. I rolled. That was a big one. So yeah, 13.
Nope.
All right.
Barely.
I figured. Okay.
You swing out at it, but you just barely. It looks like one of its legs had been cut off, and you had just swung by where its leg would have been.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have. That'll do.
You tried.
I'll do, donkey.
Okay, Hugo.
All right, Hugo drops his whip to the ground and draws his rapier, and goes in for what he hopes will be a finishing stab against that spider directly in front of him.
Okay, roll the hit.
Fully aware of what will likely happen to his body in the process. Ha 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 ha. That would be a 18 to hit.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Lovely. Am I at any sort of situation?
Sneak attack.
Lovely.
Yeah, because I'm right there.
Groovy. That would be 9 damage in total. I'm sorry, 10 damage in total.
How, please describe this finishing blow to us.
Back to the pits of darkness with you, he yells as he thrusts his rapier right through the open mouth of this spider. And as it is firmly planted in there, he gives it a twist to the left.
Ooh. You absolutely destroy this thing. So, they are both dead.
I am so good at murder.
A little concerning.
No, not at all.
Awesome.
Okay.
Extremely.
And,
good.
congratulations, you have defeated the spiders.
Yay.
And that's where we're going to take a break
Awesome.
for right now.
Marvelous.
Yay.
Yeah, 'cause I have to go to the bathroom.
I need to find my blue and orange D4.
I'm gonna crack my back.
Everyone brace for impact. Man, it's about to crack their back. They thought they said that quietly enough, but the mic is right there.
I mean, I wasn't whispering it so the audience wouldn't hear. I don't care if anybody knows. I'm gonna crack my back.
All right, hey folks, thank you very much for listening to this first half of the Legends of Laia, an Infinity Break live stream tabletop fun time. I'm your... Can you tell I just started talking? Anywho, we have a number of upcoming programs that we would like to tell you, the listener, about, including
Hello.
your upcoming tabletop adventure.
Me.
Maybe I will wait till you are done picking up dice. and
No,
then
it's
I can-
good.
All right.
I can multitask.
We talked about this at the beginning of the show, but it is worth reminding listeners, especially since this is coming up in exactly 1 week's time.
Exactly 1 week.
Actually, I'm sorry, that's not entirely true. In about
It'll
6
be-
days, as
Oh,
it will
you're
be
right. It's on Saturday.
June 1st, Saturday, June 1st, starting at 9 in the morning. Yeah,
Yes.
awesome. Tell us about it,
So the shadows make it look like I have really wet armpits.
don't you?
Oh shit, they are. Anyway,
I will be right back.
So yes, next week, next Saturday, the first. Hey, oh, that's Brandon subscribing.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thanks.
That's all. Well, yeah, no, but I was like, hey, we got a subscriber. I mean, thank you, but also it's
Here we
it's
go.
Nikki's person.
Yeah.
Anyway, next Saturday we are doing a 15-hour. Can you grab me one as well? 15-hour live stream. Me and Johnny Rinaldo and several other people throughout the day. There's going to be 4 different segments, each about 3 hours or so. the first one is going to feature so each one is going to feature different IB crews, and then one of them is also going to feature the Critical Misfits guys. They're going to be joining us for one of these segments. This is going to be following the story of Johnny's character from awkward early teen kid to all the way to being elderly. So we're going to tell basically this character's entire life through these 4 different segments. We're going to have pretty much everyone at IB on at some point.
At least of our tabletop departments.
Yeah, true. There's going to be the Laia crew is going to be on there. The Speak of the Devil crew is going to be on there. The upcoming City of Thorns crew is going to be on there. And then we will also have the Critical Misfits joining us as well. So definitely join us next Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Johnny's character is wonderful. And it's going to be a blast telling the life story of this character. Vladimir, is that their name?
No, that was just for last night.
Okay.
It's a Furbolg, and they don't have names.
Fair enough.
I'm really leaning into that. So a nameless Furbolg.
It's going to be really hard to write fan fiction.
Yeah.
And that person said that anyway. This is turning out to be a really exciting thing. Once again, that is 9 a.m. on June 1st. This next upcoming Saturday. We would greatly appreciate it if everyone tuned in. We are, obviously, it's 14 to 16 hours long.
Yep.
We are not going to ask everyone to sit down and watch the entire thing there on the spot.
Oh, why the fuck not?
Everyone, you are required to sit down and watch this entire thing.
Get a lot of popcorn.
It is mandatory. It is not...
non-negotiable.
No bathroom breaks.
No bathroom
nothing.
breaks.
Bring some bottles.
Or a large
bedpan.
cup.
Yeah. Something like that.
Always nice to bring up just self-shitting.
Yeah, we will be urinating on stream.
Diapers are recommended.
Can I say
recommended but not required.
Yeah, no. Ben's dedicated job during the show is going to be to change everyone's diapers. Wonderful sacrifice for him.
Patreon at patreon.com/Infinity Break. I don't make enough to do this. All I was going to say was obviously 16 hours is a lot to ask, and it's totally understandable if a given person cannot watch the entire thing.
No.
And it is for this reason that I want to be clear. We are going to be putting out a more thorough schedule later this week, so that you know what segments you may want to tune into live, and what segments you may want to watch after the fact on YouTube. But once again, June 1st, this upcoming Saturday at 9 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Later, if you live, I don't know, not in Oregon.
I will point out, and I don't know that I've actually mentioned this, that I'm going to be DMing all 15 hours. I mentioned Johnny and I mentioned everyone else, but I'm going to be DMing for the full 15 hours.
Yeah, what makes this remarkable, in addition to it being so long, and also the continuing story of one character, is that, oh Lord, this is an endurance test for you.
Yeah.
Mr. No, we can do another 4 hours.
See, because I lobbied for the 24-hour one, but...
Yeah, the Infinity Break showcase in January was supposed to be like 12 hours, and then Andrew was like, we can go longer. We have the power. As he like flipped the power. It was weird. There was like this giant like switch on the wall, and you flipped it, and like the room started crackling with electricity.
Right. The lightning struck the lightning rod on the top of my house.
Yeah, where we laid.
What are you? Are you the god of hammers? No, I'm the god of 24-hour live streams.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, I really like doing the Infinity Break showcase. I thought it was a little distracting how you kept screaming, "It's alive!" the entire time.
That's the only way to keep it going. You have to do that.
I guess so. Yeah, I was just doing and once again, we have a Patreon. It's alive!
Patreon.com.
Patreon.com.
Our Patreon is alive.
It is alive.
That's very true.
At patreon.com/Infinity Break.
Speaking of our Patreon, and speaking of people who are very
I'm going to be right back.
generously donating to our Twitch feed, once again, thank you, Brendan. We would like to bring up a show that we could only be doing through the support of our patrons over at patreon.com/Infinity Break. We would not, as I've discussed on many programs before, we would have not been able to take the risks that we took on Speak of the Devil, on Legends of Laia, and certainly not this upcoming City of Thorns. Johnny, why don't you tell us about Portland? The year is not now.
So City of Thorns takes place in Portland in the year 2078. It's an alternate future where in I think it's like 2011 magic returns to the Earth. And the Earth is sort of taken over by mega corporations. So it's a dystopic, polluted future. Like subtle differences are things like because of the presence of magic and like false, aftermarket organs. The smoking ban never went into place because you could just buy new lungs. And the company that makes the cigarettes wants you to buy new lungs. So they lobbied so that there are no smoking bans. Like, stuff like that happens. It's very... but we...
Starting to think capitalism might be bad sometimes.
Yeah, all the time, Ben.
Yeah. Thank you for the correction.
So our characters are... my character is Titus Kovlovsky. He is a Russian dark elf gunslinger. We have Alice Aurora, who is a elf or half-elf face. And she talks, she's like heavily cybernetically modified and talks via Tritio. We have Geist, who is our kind of like rigger hacker. He kind of jack of all trades. And he's very socially awkward and super cute and is baby.
And that's a requirement when someone pitches an Infinity Break show to me.
Yeah, it's like who's baby?
Yeah, we go out, we get some coffee, and we just talk about the show. And like the first thing they have to say is like, "Here's the title of the program. There is a baby."
There is a baby.
And I'm like, "Oh, whew, thank goodness."
That's the whole pitch. It's just here's a name. There is a baby, and Ben's like, "All right, cool, you get a show."
I take the little rubber stamp out of my pocket, like, "Great, approved. There's a baby."
And yeah, so we're gonna be doing that here on Infinity Break. Our wonderful DM Tara Bossart is weaving an incredible story. There were tears this last week in the in-character chat, which you can gain access to through our Patreon, patreon.com/Infinity Break. We're going to be putting out a lot of content. The unedited chat feeds for the pre-show are like close to 300 pages, so that's all being edited down into an easily readable format. But there's a ton of content that's going to be coming out of this show that's really mostly just like us hanging out at a bar drinking together in character, and it's wonderful.
I wonder, this is maybe not a full topic for the stream as it's ongoing right now, but I wonder if we can perhaps record some of that as pre-video before the stream actually begins.
It might happen.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea, because I'd like to put more video content on our Patreon.
Yep.
Or even on our YouTube in general.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know.
Well, discussion for another day.
The discussion for another day.
Just throwing that out there for now. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen and other identifiers, let's get right back into the Legends of Laia.
All right, so you all just finished slaying a group of giant spiders. You come into the open... Put Miro there too. You come into the open, this big antechamber where the spiders had been living. And there's webs all along the walls, and it looks like this is where their nest was, basically.
Would it be possible for me to attempt to harvest some of the poison from one of these spiders?
Sure, make a survival check.
Cool.
Can I assist to give them advantage?
Do you know anything about harvesting?
I mean, I've got a survival thing, and
okay.
I think with my history that I have done some probably wild shit.
Sure.
And that's a 15.
Go ahead and roll with advantage, Andrew.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, that's still not great. That'd be a 15.
You managed to get some of the poison from these giant, venomous pincers from them.
Yay!
Unfortunately, some of them have been. 2 of them have had their fangs crushed.
Oh.
But you do manage to get venom from one of the spiders.
Yay!
Always a bummer when you see a crushed spider.
It's not really a bummer. Usually,
I was just trying to be sympathetic. All right, whatever.
look.
I'm just trying to make friends.
Hugo.
Hello.
I want to take the vial of poison that I just managed to extract.
Uh,
No, I'm not.
okay.
And feed it to Mira.
I see the hesitant look on your face. No, this is not to poison
Look at
you.
all this fresh poison. Hey, Hugo.
You want a drink? You thirsty? You looking thirsty?
I'm just... Look, I'm not an effective fighter in combat, and I think this would help you. More than it would help me. I am suggesting you coat your blade or whatever.
Oh, my blade, not my. Okay, sure. Not my throat. I thought you were suggesting I quench my thirst with, because, you know.
You're a more effective fighter than I am. Die.
Hey, I'm not a very effective fighter. Would you just drink this?
No.
No one can be more effective than me.
That way the average goes down and I'm a better fighter. Yeah, well, I was confused. I thought you were suggesting that I consume this, and
Death.
I don't normally drink, but when I do.
No.
He turns to a camera that is not there. His dog.
They drink poison.
I guess if you coated your lips in it and then kissed a spider or whatever, that might transfer the poison.
Please, you have interrupted my Dos Equis ad.
That was not my intention. My intention was
Who's the most interesting man in the world?
put it on your blade.
I turned Spanish somehow.
So, anyways.
But yeah, put that on your blade, stab them. It'll unless they're spiders, and they're probably
Yeah,
immune
certainly,
to it.
certainly. Perhaps just
No. The easiest way is to just pour it on the blade.
All right. Well, Hugo holds his sword out.
Oh, not right now.
Oh, of course, because it would dry before our next combat.
We're not fighting anything right now.
Yes, of course. So I would just it just tucks it in his like chest pocket or something. That's just going to sit right there, I guess.
Yeah,
Don't tap it too hard. Yeah.
Don't tap. Oh yes, of course. Hey, does spider venom? Is that caused from like an open wound, like an infection, or if it touches my skin, will I just burn like the end of Indiana Jones?
You know, I think we'll have to wait to find out.
Which is a play.
By
Hey,
William Shakespeare, right?
Shalva's
that
like,
would be-
well, I don't know, Hugo. Maybe you can touch it and find out.
I believe that would be by the acclaimed playwright Steven Spielberg.
Haven't heard of him.
Stefan Spielberg.
No, William Shakespeare did Indiana Jones.
No, there's more than one playwright in this whole.
Yeah, the other one is Kim
It's
Marlowe.
all India. It's all William Shakespeare.
No, see, Shakespeare is like a Thomas Edison sort of thing, where he's just taking credit for everyone else's plays.
You say that. There's
William Shakespeare is a
shit.
pen name.
No, there's not. No one seriously in academia thinks that. I was informed reliably by my Shakespeare professor.
But yeah, you can put that on your blade, stab him with it, and it'll do extra shit. You know.
It's wonderful. Thank you very much. I appreciate the aid. It would appear that oh boy, sorry, I turned into Porky Pig. It would appear that anytime I engage in combat, I
die.
Yes. It would appear that anytime I attempt to engage in combat, I am overcome with my head becomes throbbing and I can no longer focus. It is like my brain is closing in on itself. So, it would seem that I will have to engage in combat less frequently, but perhaps if I deal more damage with each passing, you see what I mean.
Yeah.
It will be more worth it, as it were. I do not know the cause of that. I certainly did not have trouble swashbuckling around before last week, but
Well, I think it's a pretty safe bet what the cause is.
he puts away his sword back in his sheath, and in the process, like, you know, his sleeve bunches up around his like gross necrotic hand. I have no idea what you're talking about. And then readjusts it back up.
I don't know why you're so adamant on pretending that you're not cursed when literally all of us know.
Because, my friend, it is embarrassing.
That's fair.
Shouldn't
If
have
you
gotten
had the
cursed
curse-
then, I'm sorry.
If you had the curse, would you just sew like a giant C on your chest with cloth that just says "cursed"? You would not want to announce that to everyone.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, Cursed man.
Cursed man. I was thinking of the Scarlet Letter, but thank you for bringing up Batman 66. A play by William Shakespeare.
I have a glove. Do you want a glove?
Okay.
I need to cover it up.
Do you?
Oh,
have
yes,
a
I
glove
would
already?
appreciate.
I just assumed.
Unestablished.
Do you?
Let's say no, I don't have
Hold
gloves.
on.
No, but I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, I'll hand over one of the gloves from my common clothes that I keep in my inventory.
My backup clothes.
Look, I have two changes of clothes in this bag. Okay.
I mean, look,
That's
everyone
smart,
else
actually.
everyone else in D&D, it's just kind of implied is wearing the same thing forever,
Yeah.
and that gets stinky. Yeah.
Well, I have a costume and I have regular clothes. I'll give you the gloves for my regular clothes.
Everyone in any D&D game undergoes a lot of physical effort and stress and adventuring, and doesn't appear to change clothes.
Yeah,
And that leads to a stinky universe.
Why
Yeah.
do you think I gave you guys clothes that clean themselves?
Thank you, Johnny. So I gladly accept the glove and take on a sort of...
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, that's the better option.
Anyway,
Okay, so are you guys going to go forward, or are you see that it also goes slightly to the right?
Is there anything else of note in this?
There
room?
also. It doesn't seem so. It looks like it was just a nest.
I vote
okay.
north.
wait, before we go anywhere, how hurt is everybody? Do we want to take a short rest real quick?
I wouldn't mind taking
I
a
would
short
love a
rest
short
to
rest.
just get some of my stees back.
Okay, you want to take a short rest?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
All right, do so.
Do it. I dare
how
you.
much does that give up, Nikki?
Do it.
You can.
You can use your hit dice.
Yeah. I also have Song of Rest, so everyone regains an extra 1d6. But so the way I kind of play this is I don't really play an instrument, but I use my voice. So I'm going to tell a story from the Godless Abyss about my childhood during the rest, which gives everyone extra rest. It's a comforting, wholesome, drow Godless Abyss story. As it was.
Please tell us the story of your childhood.
Well,
So
it will
this is
begin.
a
What do I
story
learn about
all
you?
about how my life got flip-turned upside down. Okay.
Petros, it's not your story.
Yeah, but it is accurate.
I want to hear it from Shalva.
No, so I tell a story about. Well, one day, my mother was going out hunting in the Godless Abyss, as one does, amongst the displacer beasts and the beholders that exist out there. And I snuck along and followed behind her, along with this hunting party. And we spent hours wandering through the Godless Abyss, or the forests around the Godless Abyss, searching for a meal to take back to our village. They happened upon one, a displacer beast minding its own business at the time, and we snuck up quietly. I stuck next to my mom and stealthily made it all the way up there along with her until I stepped on a twig and the displacer beast turned and looked directly at me. In that moment, I thought that, I was going to die, that this was the end. But my mother leapt in front of me and slew the beast in one slash. It was going to kill me. But we slew it and returned triumphantly with the displacer beast meat back to the village. Is Blinks here?
I was gonna say recovering Blinks'
No, Blinks
ears.
is getting
Sorry.
babysat, remember?
Okay, good.
Oh,
That's
right.
good. That's wonderful.
I miss him, though.
We'll say it's not a displacer beast. Let's say an owlbear instead,
Alright.
because an owlbear has a lot of meat on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you in canon changing that around?
No.
Okay, you're retcon.
I'm telling a story. Okay.
Retcon.
Yeah. It was an owlbear all along. But they slew it, and there was a great feast had that evening, and it was a wonderful time.
Owlbear.
I was scolded for following into the forest, but also told I did well.
I suppose we all have these moments where we learn for the first time that we are, these important lessons as a childhood, usually through great danger, no?
Yeah, usually.
I did not have anything of substance to say.
And everyone gains
All right,
an
once
extra
you-
1d6.
Okay, everyone gets an extra 1d6. Healing. Everyone good?
I need to
yeah.
roll still. I didn't roll yet.
Cool.
'Cause I was telling a story.
That was a whole extra 1.
Okay, I'm good.
Alright. So are you going to go forward or are you going to go to the right?
Up
Yeah.
North.
Well,
north.
Well,
do we want to do a loop back around to?
Yeah.
Do we want to do like a loop back around to like the east and just make sure we hit everything?
I think that
Or-
is wisest.
Yeah. So let's go to the east. Actually.
I would bet the east goes back to the path that we came in on.
Right. I just don't want to miss anything.
Well, we don't want to go the correct way yet. We need to explore everything.
Yeah, we have to explore every because we might miss like a treasure chest
I
or
wonder if
something.
anyone in this room plays video games.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Or has anxiety.
Or both.
Please.
As we walk down the east corridor, I would like to throw a torch back on the spider nest.
Okay. You throw it back on the spider nest.
Like just still maintaining the torch. Just light it.
That's my torch, dude. That's my torch.
You light it on fire. All the webs go up in flames.
Well, get fucked, I guess.
Cool guys don't look at explosions, so I turn around.
I turned around and
Okay.
Pro tip: cool guys also don't call themselves cool guys.
No, that wasn't. Sorry, that wasn't. Sorry, that should have been said in my voice. Cool guys don't look at explosions, so Hugo turns around. Hugo doesn't say, "Look, I'm so fucking fancy."
No, I really liked it being in canon. I really enjoyed that.
he does say
Actually,
He did
that
say
is
that one.
kind of a Hugo thing.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I thought it was very in character.
I'm so fucking fancy.
So
All right, so you guys keep going to the east. You notice that it does turn right into the original corridor that you guys came out on. And it also just goes forward and then turns to the left at the end. Goes north.
Are any of us good at scouting? Like stealthing ahead?
I think I might be.
Like
that
some
sounds
sort of
like a Hugo thing,
rogue?
yeah.
I'm quite stealthy.
Are you?
I would be willing to sneak ahead.
Well, I would
So-
suggest one of us sneak ahead and see if they can see anything.
So to clarify, the hallway down to our right there, that looks like the original, like when we came
Yeah.
in, there was a hallway up and a hallway left.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Well, how about
Wunderbar.
Hugo sneaks ahead, and I'll sneak slightly behind Hugo for backup.
Yeah, Hugo with his torch. Super sneaky.
No, he threw the torch.
No,
I
I
do,
no,
okay.
I
No,
maintained
he
it.
still
I
has it.
maintained it.
Oh, okay.
I just lit the room as I
Oh,
left.
got it. Okay.
Because I realized, one, I'm the only person who needs that torch, and two, that's not my torch.
Oh, well, you would be a bad stealther because you can't see anything.
Ah, that's true.
It's like, it's dark.
Maybe we should just stick
Well,
together.
wait. What's the express purpose that we're going back to look for? Just to make sure it's the connecting tunnel.
Well, I'm just saying, in general, we should have someone move ahead and see what's
Oh,
going
move
on.
ahead to the right.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I thought you meant south again. Oh yeah, I'm a bad person for that.
Because you can't see anything.
I can't see anything. I'm very stealthy, but I
Yeah, I
can't
think
see
we should just stay together.
I was gonna say, Meryl, do you want to be in front and I'll be behind you, so you could perhaps get a better view and I'll be your backup?
I mean, I really like being behind you, actually.
Okay. Please stop checking out my ass as we walk.
Stop being so fine. No, no.
The
just
lesbian sea god has
I
cursed
just
me.
think that we should stick together. Is all.
Patty, what the fuck?
Well, this was fun anyway.
Maddie, I'm
Cool,
worried that got talked over. Could you repeat exactly what you said again, this time louder, and look directly into the camera?
So I said that the lesbian sea god has cursed me with a good ass.
Cool.
Thanks. That's all I wanted to hear. I just wanted to make sure that made it to final cut. That's all.
I do love that. So yeah, let's
okay.
stick together.
Sounds good. So I'll be in
whatever.
the lead again.
Hugo's chill. Whatever.
So same order as before. Me, Hugo, Shalva, Mural, Shavala.
Okay. You.
And we
You
had that
go.
little short rest, and I healed exactly 3.
What?
I healed exactly 3 from that short rest. I'm so mad.
How?
I rolled like a 2 and then a 1 when you did it.
Do
You
you
can roll
need
as many as
additional
you want.
healing?
You can roll as many as you want.
As many hit dice I want?
Up to our level, so 4.
Oh my god. Cut that out. Sorry. Turns out I'm dumb.
Yeah, you have a
Yeah,
pool
we
of 4
know.
of them, and you can spend as many as you want during a short rest. And you add your Constitution modifier to it as well.
We rarely do short rests in either of our streamed games.
Yeah.
They're almost always long rests, so I kind of forget that's how it goes.
This game, we've done a lot of short rests just because I am a warlock and I need them.
And we accept it in this game, where in the other game, every time I suggest a short rest, everyone is like, no.
That's because
Yeah.
Dareth's a moron.
Also, yeah, anytime Dareth suggests anything, it's sort of like, we should specifically not do that. Cool.
Also, it's usually followed up by a very soft-spoken, oh, lad.
Anyway.
Scottish dude, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello. I just wandered in here. I thought something... There's no joke here.
This isn't.
I felt a feeling in my
Okay,
pit.
everybody, roll initiative.
I felt
Against the
time
Scottish guy?
to fight a doctor.
All right, let me pull up my other character sheet. Let's go, team.
Okay, so let's
Use my electric warhammer.
okay, let's not. Great. So we go. We do that. Just keep on going
Okay.
around to the left.
Okay, and you want to go north?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, so it goes further and further, and this litany is still carved upon the walls. It just seems to never end. And then it looks like it turns left into another corridor.
Does it? I know it's a like a prayer basically. But
Yes.
does it refer to anything specific, or is it just like Tiamat? Cool.
It's like Tiamat, cool. Sometimes it repeats itself, like it has a chorus.
Mm-hmm.
But someone took a lot of time, or someone's took a lot of time and energy to painstakingly carve this bastardized language into the walls.
Okay. I mean, we just keep going. I don't know how well you have to hide that room. Like, I think that's where we're heading.
Okay, you guys are gonna keep going.
All
Alright, so you guys keep going.
One location.
One fear.
And you enter another room, and there's a single golden chest in the middle of it.
That's a trap.
Yeah, I'd like to roll a perception, or investigation, I guess.
Can I also roll
Investigation if you're checking for traps.
Yeah. That's a 6.
perception?
Doesn't seem to be trapped. It just looks like a box. It's definitely locked though.
Please note Nikki's use of the word seam.
Always.
Petrus
I'm
has
going
no clue.
to presidigitate a stake in front of the box.
As in, like,
Like,
meat, or as in, like, wood?
Like,
Yeah,
like
it was gonna
meat.
be like a top
Like food.
sirloin, or
Yeah. Because Mural's base instinct is, well, that's a mimic. So I want to tempt it with food.
nothing happens.
I wonder what would lead you to think that was a mimic, other than the fact that this is a Nikki game.
I mean, it could also be
Hey!
what we're looking for. But it's not as fancy as last time.
You heard me.
Can I perceive the rest of the room to make sure there's no traps around it?
Sure. Roll perception.
That'd be 16.
There doesn't seem to be any traps in this room. It's a room that's quite a bit smaller than the others. This box, this treasure chest, is not particularly finely made. It's not as pretty as some of the others. It just seems to have been put.
Does anyone have, like, detect magic or something?
I have, I don't know, I have a pretty high Arcana score. It's not quite the same thing.
Yeah, go investigate it.
I don't have a detect magic.
What did you do to the statue earlier?
Divine sense.
Divine sense. Gotcha.
Yeah, but that detects. I mean, that might work. But
Yeah, try it.
mostly it detects celestial, fiend, and undead, and I don't think mimics are any of those. But
Aren't they fiends? I don't know.
no.
Probably like monstrosities.
Well, if there's something in it, maybe we could get a heads up on what it is.
Yeah, I'll use my divine sense again.
It doesn't pick anything up.
Okay.
Hugo approaches it with his bullwhip in hand, and attempts to crack a shot off it from a distance.
Okay. Roll to hit, I guess. Well, I mean, I don't know. What are you trying to do? You're just trying to hit it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if it reacts.
Okay, it just bounces off the box. Nothing happens.
Okay, we're chill. Hugo turns around and throws up his hands in a shrugging motion. Try it.
Turns around and throws up.
Turns around and throws up. Just objects. Yeah.
Too much Gatorade.
Well, no, that's what happens when I hit something successfully.
I did it.
The box the box throws everything up.
Anyway, he turns around and shrugs. He goes, "I don't know, team."
And there's no like specific carvings, right? It's a pretty standard like chest. There's not like more.
It's
symbols
a
of
pretty
Tiamat or
standard
anything.
chest. There doesn't seem to be anything particularly special about it.
Okay.
Is it locked?
It is locked.
All right. Well, I'm pretty good at unlocking locks, but I don't want to be the first person to touch it.
You are?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll unlock it.
All right, roll sleight of hand.
Can I do
Or-
it with thieves' tools?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that'd be a 15.
Okay. You managed. It's like I said. It's a pretty normal box. It's not particularly well made. It pops open.
Cool. I cautiously open it.
There seem to be quite a few very pretty jewels in this box. There is some banded agate, blue quartz, 50 gold pieces.
Dang. Oh, the rest of you probably aren't
may-
interested. There's not a ton in here. I'll take it though. I mean, you scoffed at 20 gold earlier. You probably don't want any of this.
Such fine agate is worth significantly more than 20 gold. Probably.
I'm gonna grab the banded agate.
Most likely.
So yeah, there's banded agate, blue quartz, and 50 gold pieces. So you can go ahead and put that in your inventory.
There are 5 of us, as it so happens. So
I
we each
don't.
take 10 gold.
10 each.
Okay.
No, I like it.
We force it upon you.
Okay. You can hand it to me later. While they're divvying out treasure, I'd like to look down the hallway to the north.
Okay, to the north. Go ahead and roll perception.
That's an 11.
It's not hard to hear the sound of something large and heavy in the next room to the north.
So, one more time. There was the 50 gold, the agate that Mural grabbed, and then what else was there?
There was blue quartz.
Quartz. I'm going to grab that.
There's something in the next room. Something big.
Hold on, I'm adding this to my inventory.
Okay. I have a crowbar. That's great.
Why do you have a
Having
crowbar?
shit memory is great.
I like I like to think that's in person or in character.
I'm just digging around my pack. I'm like,
I have a crowbar.
I have a crowbar.
I have expertise in thieves' tools, so. Okay. What does it sound like?
Big.
Cool.
That's all I got, right? Is that there's something big moving around in the other room. It didn't.
It's big. It has... Yeah. It's big.
And it didn't necessarily, I could not tell if it sounded like scales or like something in particular dragging across the ground or...
Not scales. It sounds like footsteps. Like really heavy footfall.
It's something that is walking, so probably not a big snake. That's about all I got.
Gojira.
I love that play.
No. William Shakespeare, right?
No, that wasn't a play. That happened.
I was there.
In real
Gandalf.
life. What do you think the continent split in two? Sorry, Nikki, I've changed your whole mythology.
Yeah, no.
I have an idea.
I actually work with a Mothra. Okay.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
My suspicion is this might be, like a dragon?
Not unusual.
Here in a dungeon?
Yeah.
Why am I Keanu Reeves?
John Wick? Is that you?
Thank God you're here. There's a dragon. Kill it.
It's me and I'm mad. I know Kung Fu.
My dog.
Sorry, that's obviously not my character.
John Wick gets a plus 20 to will saves.
Yeah, apparently. Also, all dexterity. Let me do that in accent. Well, now the joke's already been said, but a dragon here in this dungeon? That was the whole joke.
I can disguise myself as like a dragonborn and go in there and see what's up.
Do you think it won't attack you if it's a... Well, I mean, maybe, I guess.
If it thinks I serve it, like this is its temple.
I mean, I don't know that disguising is that easy.
No, it literally is. I can just disguise myself. I can literally cast disguise self.
What the
I mean,
valuable
do you know anything about dragonborn culture, or...
I can wing it.
Sure.
Haha,
You can
wing
wing
it
it.
like dragons.
Oh my god.
Same joke, come to.
Petros and Hugo high
I did it.
five.
Do you speak Draconic?
Nope, I can wing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do. I could do the thing where I get behind you and I slide my arms through your. You just kind of hold your arms back like
Let's do
this,
this.
and then hello.
I don't know why I need your arms. All I need is your voice.
I go over to Petros. Those two are gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Wait, is there any skill that
I'm
could?
gonna live.
Hey, you know what? Actually, no. Let's do this. I'm dead serious.
What are we doing?
I'm dead serious. I have a really high deception score.
Okay, me too, actually.
Cool.
Wow, that's not disconcerting at all.
I think most of you have a high deception score except for me.
What makes you think
Shocking.
of
We all
that
know
about
cops
Miro?
can't lie.
I have a... If you're a cop, you legally have to tell me. I do have a +3, but, like, it's not...
Oh, this is amateur hour.
Okay, so
No.
so
I'm bitch.
I disguise myself as a dragonborn, and we walk in there. You're gonna basically hide behind me and be my voice. This is not gonna work. Let's not do this.
I'm rolling stealth.
what if I- okay.
complicated.
What if instead of doing the full miming puppetry behind you,
Just talk.
No. What if instead of doing the full mind puppetry behind you, I actually just hide behind one of those walls like an adult?
Well, yeah. See, the issue here is I'm really good at passing myself off as someone else, but if I'm
that's
not the one
draconic.
speaking, then that doesn't help. So
Yeah, just let him go. I want to see him try.
Wait, hold up. What if I am your interpreter? Oh, that makes
why would
jack
I
shit
be?
sense. Hey, I know what I just said. Forget it. I realized it was dumb.
Hello, I am a dragonborn, and this is my interpreter
My
for Draconic.
interpreter.
Hello,
Don't
I am
speak
your
Draconic.
follower. I have been my whole life.
Or I could just disguise myself as a demon.
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, is that this good?
Do you know
plan does not-
Infernal or Abyssal?
No, I don't. Shut
That
up.
doesn't involve me.
I
at
know
all.
Abyssal.
Okay, so
Okay, so you follow me in.
all right. Here's
The
what we're
same
going to do.
plan
It's the
3
exact
times.
same plan.
You are going to go ahead. You are going to disguise yourself as a demon. I will slide my hands underneath your armpits, and I will
And
do
then
your
I'll
hand
be
motions for you.
behind you.
You will be behind the wall, and you will be speaking in Infernal. By our
This'll-
powers combined, we will be one demon.
This is fucking
Hold up, I'm just
Voltron right now.
hold up. I am just realizing I don't need to be a part of this at all.
Okay, can we just go?
No,
Please,
we have not
Are
done
you
enough
guys gonna
bits.
go or?
can we please
For
just go?
fuck's sake.
Oh, shut up, Johnny.
We're having fun.
I pray to
Oh.
Melora
Tara,
for
thanks for funny.
guidance.
Melora tells you that your friends are idiots.
I rolled a 12. So with my 14, she's like, they're dipshits. And I'm like, I know.
I successfully deceived myself.
I know, Mom.
The miming skills are cool.
I don't even pray to my god, and I'm aware that you're dipshits.
Get better friends. I can't. Okay, let's just go. Let's just do the damn thing.
No, let's send someone up there to poke their head around the corner.
Yeah, who wants to do some
a
sneaks?
while ago, I said I roll stealth, and I rolled.
Cool.
Good job.
And
What'd
I
you
got
roll?
a natural 20.
No, okay.
Great, mazel tov.
So I'm just gonna say, while you were fighting,
While we're arguing,
I sneak forward and
we've been
I
playing.
sneak forward and peek around in the room.
We were formulating a plan.
That's
That's
what
a good part.
You were being dumb, and I left you.
That was a collaborative exercise.
You know, I kind of dislike Mural more than Hugo now.
Wow.
Like, goddamn.
You look over to the side and you can see Petros and Hugo doing trust falls.
We're playing.
We are
We're playing
collaborating.
improv games.
We are collaborating.
Yes, and
So you stealth into the next room, and there is the sound of something snuffling in the corner.
Sniffling? Like crying?
It's snuffling. It's like
it's
and then there's the sound of claws on metal, and the sound of tinkling coins. It doesn't seem to notice. It doesn't seem to notice you though. Like there's no change in the sound as you enter the room because you've got such a high.
Cool. I'm gonna roll perception.
Okay, go for it.
Try and nope.
Try and nope.
That was a 5.
You don't know.
Um,
You don't really notice it, besides what you heard before.
yeah. I'm gonna.
Are you all going to enter the room?
No, we should wait for.
yeah, I'm gonna wait to hear a report back.
Yeah.
I was hoping that you guys didn't even notice that I just like skedaddled. Just like, hey, where'd Miro go? Yeah. So I'm gonna.
However, as you move. Oh wait, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I start sneaking back to them.
Okay, you sneak back to them.
So there was snuffling, and the sound of coins, and the sound of claws on metal.
So definitely a dragon.
Sure sounds like a
Sounds
horde
like
of
a
a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess let's just go do the damn thing unless anyone has what things we gotta take care of first. Do you want to poison your sword?
Oh. Well, we don't know that this is an evil dragon.
I mean, that's fair. Do we want to try and talk to it first?
I would definitely prefer to try and talk to it first.
Yeah.
I will, if push comes to shove, I will be able to poison my sword mid-battle. It will
Okay.
be, as the kids are saying, NBD.
All right. So what does that mean?
I don't know. Oh, I have no clue. I just know the kids are saying it.
I don't know. I am in my... I'm middle-aged. I don't know what the kids are
Yes,
saying.
I have noticed your balding.
So I think that we should all
Dare
that we should
you.
try and stealth in.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
All right, stealth
Okay.
time.
Yeah,
Stealth.
stealth time.
Classically stealthy paladins.
Can I just carry my wonderful roll? Or do I have to
So you all go into the room.
Yeah, stealthily.
So that's a 12.
Okay.
That'd be an 8.
Sneaky.
Nope.
Sneaky boots ain't squeaky. 15.
With my +4, I rolled a 4. Which is not good, I don't think.
Last
I'm
time
sorry,
we
what
checked,
did you
it
roll?
was bad.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, I thought you said with a +4 is 4, and I was like, you have a D
I rolled
zero.
a 0.
Okay, so you all come. You guys are shuffling in the sand, and Shalva's hat makes a lot of noise, I guess.
Get out of my face.
As you come in,
Shalva just
those of you
sneezes.
with dark vision, so everyone except Hugo,
Hello.
see in the corner, even though, so your vision is in black and white, you see the glint of coins cast off the light that kind of emanates from the body of a dragon.
Can you say that one more time?
It is, you see a blue dragon. Its wings are wide and leathery, and it has a long, spiky tail, a long neck with a mouth filled with huge fangs, ears, and scales that look like they might be starting to rot a little bit. And it's curled up on a hoard of gold coins. And it's it's eating one. It's like chewing on one.
A gold coin?
Doesn't seem good for your teeth.
No.
It doesn't know any better. It's baby.
Oh, it's a dumb dragon.
No,
This dragon is a goddamn moral.
Dwagon.
Definitely like
Dragon.
slowly
no.
sneaking
Hello,
away
Spyro.
from this party of people.
Does it notice us?
It notices. It looks up as you enter. You guys, majority of you failed the stealth roll.
I feel like that's...
Which
your-
majority?
It rolled a not natural 20 on perception.
Oh shit!
Well,
All right.
that's
Well,
just your opinion. Like, I disagree.
Well,
I
that's
respect
just
it.
like your
we're
opinion.
really
So
stealthy, actually.
Mhm.
Actually, we're really stealthy.
Does it do anything?
it looks up, and with its claws, kind of gathers the gold coins closer to itself, and looks up and just blows this hot breath out of its nostrils. And as it does so, that breath crackles with blue electricity.
Okay, kind of gross.
Okay, we'll just be
Yeah,
on
we're
our
just
way.
gonna
Let's just-
scoot. We're chill.
It bares its teeth at you as you get there.
Can we scoot along the wall to the right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we just
You want to go to the right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Just scoot along the wall over to that. Not getting close. Everything's chill. We're cool.
I am also doing that, obviously.
It gets up
Nope. No need to get up. It's okay.
as its wings spread, and it leaves its hoard and starts walking towards you.
Since I'm a sneaky boy, can I stay back? Can I have stayed back by the door where we entered?
Yeah.
I speak to it in Abyssal, and I say like we do no harm. We just want to leave. Let's see if does that have any effect.
It tilts its head like it almost almost kind of recognizes what you're saying, but doesn't quite understand it fully.
Okay.
Hugo, you speak Draconic, don't you?
I certainly do. I can read it, and my speaking of it is yes, I can. Have this added.
Tell it we're not here to hurt it. We're just passing through.
Yeah, pardon me. We have stumbled. I mean, rar, 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 rar. Like what? Do I say this in French? And all right. Pardon me. We have just stumbled through on accident. We will quickly see our way out.
You are not one of us.
Very clearly.
You should
yes, I'm
not be here.
We are not supposed to be here. This was a mistake. We again. Pardon me. We will leave.
Hungry.
No. French.
And I need you guys to roll initiative.
Fuck.
Not Hungary. French.
That's a 14.
Oh boy.
That joke makes absolutely no sense in the context of the show. But anyway.
15.
5.
Okay, so Petros was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Shalva is 15.
Nope, Shalva is a 5.
Oh, Shalva's 5. Mural?
15.
Hugo.
12.
Okie dokie here. Nice. That's nice. You guys all get to go before it.
Really? It rolled worse than me. That's
You rolled a
impressive.
3.
It's old as balls, I think. So
Eat shit,
I
you
think
dumb
it's
dragon.
young. It's a baby.
It's actually a big.
it looks like it's. You said it looks like its scales are rotting.
Yep.
Oh, that's sad. I cast Cure Wounds on
But-
No.
Are you?
it. No. It's not my turn anyway, even though I wanted to.
Okay, Petros.
You gotta be
I
careful.
feel
Or
I
Mural.
feel like you
Yeah,
fucking
no, it's
should.
Mural.
Now
honestly.
that with that reaction, it's kind of like, wait, should I?
Yeah, I think you should. Let me check something here.
But I don't get to go for a while, so.
All right, Mural, you're first.
I am going to throw one of my rations towards it, like just in front of it.
Is it like,
Okay, you throw food in front of it.
Is it like
And-
tag biscuits or?
Yeah, what kind of food is it?
Jerky.
Let's see.
It's Blinks.
No.
What the fuck? No. Rations consist of dry food suitable for extended travel, and including jerky, dried fruit, hardtack, and nuts.
Try the jerky.
So
It
I'm gonna
sniffs
say,
at it.
yeah. I'm gonna
And-
say like jerky and some like a thing of jerky and some dried fruit.
Try the jerky. It's delicious. Don't believe it. Yes, the dishes that can sing, that can dance.
I think no. The dragon automatically wins for that.
And we're all dead.
Because the jerky was bad, or because I said
Can
The
we
dragon
can we
it
feed
lowers
him?
its it lowers its snout and kind of nibbles at the jerky, but doesn't seem that interested by it. It seems more interested in you. Are you going to do anything else?
oh no, Mural has turned into a dragon.
Can I hold my action for it to take like a hostile action? And basically I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast if it attacks us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Petros.
So you said that it vaguely understood, like it was like almost understood when I was speaking Abyssal, but did not fully understand me. That was the impression
Right.
I got. Okay.
Right.
Which means command won't work because it does not speak my language.
You can almost assume that whatever language it speaks, it's the language of whatever is written on the walls.
Right. So but the base language is not
Is
Abyssal,
draconic.
it's draconic. So, I really don't want to get into a tussle with this thing. Very badly do not want to do that. But I also
It's just a baby dragon.
No, it only has one. I only have one spell slot left. Is the other thing, which is why I'm taking so long to think about this.
And if I hurt it, I'll die. So
yeah, and if you try and attack it, you'll die. So
I'll die. Actually, I'll die.
Hugo, you're next. You're on deck.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay, just making sure.
No, I'm super well aware of the fact that I will be dying shortly.
Hugo, can you translate for me?
Oh yeah, sure.
Tell it that. Ask if it's in pain.
Mon ami. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. My friend here was asking you. This is in Draconic. If you are perhaps injured, if we could aid you in any way. We noticed that your scales are not as shimmery as they would ought to be, and perhaps that if you are in pain, we can aid you. No? That ran away from me.
You
First try.
are face down with a dragon. So
Can I roll like a persuasion or something?
Yeah, go ahead and roll
I'm
persuasion.
not even trying to deceive. Like, this is sincere. We would like to help. Oopsie doops. 14.
Oopsie doops.
14. It looks at you, and it doesn't speak at first, but its eyes are. It does have a pained expression. Like, it's been here for a while. You can see, the closer that it gets, the more you can see that you can see pretty much every bone under it. This does not look like a healthy dragon.
Baby.
It's baby.
I adopt it.
And you can also tell that this is a wormling. This is not an adult dragon. And it tilts its head at you. And doesn't seem as hostile as it was when it first started coming towards you. But it does not reply verbally to you.
Tell it that...
You almost get the sense that it can't form words fully.
Oh, because it's a baby.
Matty?
Nikki, is it because it's baby?
It's baby.
Okay.
I roll for baby.
Nat 20. Baby.
Try speaking into it in its natural language.
Well, that's what we're kind of doing.
Hello?
Can we...
Hello?
Hello? Wagon?
I'm the only one who can speak Draconic. Hello?
You hear, hello, what's this?
Hello, Spywo.
Hello?
I am furious.
Well, I'm asking you to translate that, like, if it will let me, I can heal it, but I have to be able to touch it.
If healing is something that you need, please let us know. My friend here is an expert healer, and for this to commence, there would have to be the flesh to fleshing. Hugo does not know that word in Draconic. Holy shit! I just realized I can do the full blown. How are we saying in your language? Flesh touch, flesh tapping.
Sex?
No.
We.
No.
We're gonna fuck the drag.
No. Yeah, you know what? Yes.
No. And like I have like my hands out, and like I'm making a show of like putting my shield away, and like.
You just have to, and this he like mimes. Just have to
touch.
I just gotta lay on those hands, bro.
It leans its long neck down,
No.
and slowly moves closer to you guys. Demure in its approach.
Okay. I like very slowly making sure that it can see me as I move. Put my hand on its neck, and I would like to heal it for 10.
Okay, it gets 10 HP.
Mm-hmm.
Your hands glow, and the glow starts to envelop the dragon, which is really no bigger than any of you.
And I would like to say,
and go ahead.
but just for flavor text, like there's a kind of a smell of both ozone and like the ocean as I do this, so it's kind of a like a sea after a storm smell.
Oh, that's nice. It does. The electricity around the dragon crackles a little bit, and the healing energy envelops the dragon. And some of the scales that had begun to rot off regenerate, and the scales kind of gain more of a shine to them, and it looks distinctly more relaxed than it did before, less worried.
Okay, I take a step back and give it space.
And you hear in your head, "Thank you."
You're welcome. And that's in Abyssal, because that's as close as we're gonna get to communicating.
Wait, is the thank you in common?
Draconic.
Oh, damn it. Alright.
Yeah.
It's baby. It doesn't speak many languages yet.
Okay. That's my action.
That was the longest 6 seconds.
Well, I would say that we are out of combat.
Okay.
So.
Do you want to, Hugo? Ask it if it wants to leave.
If it wants to leave?
Yeah. It's like dying in
It
here.
has its horde here, though.
Yeah, and it's dying in here.
My dear and gracious friend, would you give us permission to see ourselves around the rest of this temple now that we have helped you?
It nods, and then you hear in your head, dangerous.
But not from you, no?
It shakes its head.
Okay, good. Then we are at as you are saying, understanding.
It kind of moves its snout to nudge at some of the scales that had begun to rot off of its body, and you kind of get the sense from this that this was caused by something.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay. But you and I we are as yes, I understand. Good. Well, we
In
will.
fact, if anyone wants to make a medicine check,
Yes.
Oh, I do.
All right, I'm on it.
That's an unnatural 20.
okay? This is mummy rot.
It's a 14.
Ooh.
Hey, that's concerning.
Okay.
Something gross and undead has touched this dragon and affected it.
Do I have? No, I don't. That was a very short question and answer I just had with myself.
Oh, you're trying to... Your lay on hands can cure things.
Yes, I'm a turn undead. Because
What?
that's cleric shit. That's cleric shit, but I'm not cleric enough to be able to do stuff like
No,
that
no,
yet.
I was going to say, you might be able to cure its mummy rot.
That's what I just did. Well,
You did?
I mean, because I used my
Yeah,
lay on hands to...
Yeah, the lay on hands helped it.
Right, but it literally, like, if it... Because mummy rot's a disease, and you can use cure or lay on hands to just cure that disease, as opposed to healing it.
Yeah, is that how... Is that a kind of disease that lay on hands would cure, or is it a magical disease? Is it like a curse?
Oh, yeah.
Let me... Mummy rot. It is a curse.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So... where...
It can only be removed by remove curse or other magical means.
Which I do not have. Or what if we kill the mummy? Or the whatever cursed it?
I think you still have to remove the curse.
Okay.
The curse goes on without the mummy.
Okay. It's not a concentration. It's a ongoing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we might as well kill it anyway. What room, but where is the thing that hurt you?
My friend, where can we find the monster that has caused this to you?
It turns its head and kind of nods up in the direction of the corridor that leads north.
Okay, well, I don't need to translate that. That was a head gesture.
Mm-hmm.
All right, team. It appears that whatever is ahead is going to be a real nasty fucker. So, is there any precautions that we can take in advance, or?
It also nods its head in the direction of the corridor that leads east.
Like a good, like, should we go that way, or like there's bad shit that way? Tap once for bad shit, tap twice for good shit.
Tap once for fuckery. I don't know. I translate.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
It taps its tail twice.
Okay, great. I, like, once again, moving so it can't see me, like, put a hand on its face. I say, thank you, we'll be back. And then
It drops the gold coin that it was chewing on at your feet.
I pick it up.
Grab that shit. It wants to play fish.
I throw it.
No, it was giving you a present.
Oh, okay, I pick it up. And I like put it in my pocket.
Okay, are you gonna go to where it
To the
gestured?
east? Yeah, I'm gonna head that way.
Can I cautiously pet it?
I love this dragon with my entire heart, and I
We're
want to
gonna
adopt
You
kill
it.
pet
this
it.
dragon.
We are. That's the new
You-
that's the whole goal.
You may pet it.
I do that.
Once.
I very lightly pet it. Like
You imagine that if dragons could purr, that's what this sound would be. It's like making a sound in its chest that you imagine is what a dragon purr would sound like.
Hey.
This dragon has clearly not, like, been around anyone. You can assume ever in its life, besides whatever harmed it.
Oh, we're taking it with us.
Hey, so
This is
we're
our friend
keeping
now.
this, right?
Yeah, no.
If they would like to come with
Folks, we are bringing up the grand total of babies to 8 babies. I do not know what the actual baby count is. Right now.
Baby count.
We need
is-
a baby counter in the top left corner.
Yeah, we can.
If I'm baby, then
We-
there's 2. But if we adopt this dragon, it's 3.
So Blinks is baby,
Yeah.
Petros is baby.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll create a little graphic for the top right corner. It's just the baby
Baby
ometer.
count. Yeah.
Baby count.
Dragon is baby.
Yep.
The
We are adopting.
So
the
you
dragon.
go, you pet the dragon purrs, it's very happy. Are you going to go into this, chamber on the right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To the east, yes.
presumably
Yeah.
where health potions and ammo are.
It's just a
So
big
you go
fucking
into
book that says,
Chamber, and there is another chest at the far end by the wall.
Fuck it, I just go open it. Is it locked?
You're
I
welcome.
try
It
to
is
open
locked.
it. Ah, shit.
Okay, roll sleight of hand.
Oh, shit. I only have a +1 to that.
You want one of us to do that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I'm real
rolled a
good at that.
9.
I am similarly a master. All right,
I
well,
like walk up on you doing that, and I rolled a 21, so I just sort of like flick it open.
You
thanks.
you roll and you manage to click the lock open and it opens. And inside there are quite a few things. There is a potion of fire breath,
Ooh.
a ring of swimming,
Apparently we can't fucking see this.
there's a spell scroll for ice storm, a scrying spell scroll,
Holy crap.
I mean,
and
oh. What?
a single golden amulet.
Ooh.
Can I roll... Oh, sorry.
I was gonna roll Arcana on the amulet, and I'm gonna hand the Ice Storm and the Fire Breath to Shalva.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
And I'm rolling.
So go ahead and roll Arcana.
That was not great. Someone else want to take a look at this real
Oh,
quick?
yeah, I'll give it a shot. I don't have anything for it, but yeah, no.
Got nothing for
Here,
okay.
pass that to me, or maybe leave it on the ground so I don't touch it.
That'd be a natural 20 on
Yeah,
mine.
well,
Well, all right, I'll fuck myself.
here are these scrolls. What do you think this is?
Well, I know what that is. I know what that is. That's clearly a talisman of ultimate evil. I don't know.
What is it?
What is it?
So is anyone here injured still?
Hello,
No.
No.
hello.
It glows when in the presence of Hugo.
Woohoo! Or,
Okay, Mario.
Why is he rubbing his stomach?
wah, 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 wah.
So it detects,
Uh-huh.
it detects
Asshole detector.
injury.
Hugo, put this on.
Oh, all right.
Wait.
I thread the rope around my neck.
I mean, I just want to see what it does.
Okay.
I mean, better him than you, right?
You should roll 2d12.
Holy crap.
Wait, we should give it to the dragon.
No, no, I'm fine
We
actually.
might
Thank
still be
you.
able to give it to the dragon.
Oh boy.
I don't want to waste it on Hugo.
Hey, Johnny, stop being mean to my character.
Do you need...
That was in character, very much. I don't want to waste it on Hugo. Give it to the dragon.
That's a 4.
Wow.
4 total?
Yeah. I'm not proud of it
Oh,
either.
buddy.
What the hell,
Oh,
man?
buddy.
Okay.
So this is a golden amulet
This isn't a
of
testament
health
to my
that,
character. Sorry.
that heals 2d12 3 times a day.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
Bazinga.
My friends, I'm healed. Oh, hey, actually, you know what? That caps me off to full. Exactly.
Cool.
That brought me exactly back up to full. My friends, I do not mean to hog this item, but if I am to engage in combat, I have found that I am very quickly healed just as soon as I hurt others. And perhaps if I keep this around my neck as a precautionary measure, I will temporarily negate the damage that I do to myself in the process. You know what I am saying?
Or we could give it to the dragon.
Did you not hear what I just said, though?
Yeah. No, I got that.
Bitch, did I stutter?
Or we could just give it to the dragon because it's baby.
Yes, but then we take it back from the dragon. If I am to be an effective... Huh?
So you're saying we give it to the dragon to heal it once, and then...
Yeah, and then I put it back on my neck so that I can fight alongside of you without causing so much injury to myself in the process.
I mean, if
or
we
at
have
least
to heal you, I guess that's fine.
Or at least injuries that is so very quickly undone by this amulet.
I still say we leave it on the dragon, but...
I disagree because I will die.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, don't be an asshole.
So, anyway, so you have the 2 scrolls. There's a potion of flame breath?
Fire breath.
Fire breath?
Potion... Yeah, potion of fire breath and a ring of swimming.
I want that ring. I put the ring on.
Okay.
Wait, you're a sea thing, aren't you?
I mean, I worship the god of the ocean, yes.
So that means you're already good at swimming, right?
Is swimming an athletics check?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm fine at it.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep that then, because I am fucked if I have to swim.
Okay. What does a potion of flame breath do?
I have a
I
-1
assume that
to
it's
athletics.
flame
You
breath,
can-
but like...
You swallow it,
And then you breathe
Breathe
like a
fire?
dragon.
yeah, and then you breathe fire. So you use your bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. They have to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, or take 46 fire damage on a fail save.
Nice.
Oh, shit. Does anyone in particular want that, or...
I'll take it.
Okay. Works for me. Less
Nikki,
stuff for me to keep track of.
Nikki, how do
Yes.
spell scrolls work in your game? Can I just read it and it does it? Or do I have to like
So,
run a check or
if
something?
the spell is on your spell class list, you can do it without any component. But if it's not, you do need all the components.
Okay. Are the components
And it is a one-time use.
Are the components like listed on the scroll?
Yeah, I'm gonna look up these specific scrolls so I can send the stat block to you.
Looks like I need a pinch of dust and a few drops of water.
Oh no, wherever should we get that?
These are very rare objects.
But yeah, they're one-time use. If they're on your class spell list, you can do it without the components. If not, you do need the components. If it's a higher level than you normally would, then you can normally cast, then you have to make an ability check
Okay.
to use it.
Okay. Cool.
And I'll give you more details on those specific ones. I'll send them to you.
Okay.
Okay, so you find a whole bunch of cool treasure.
Do I see a floating blue orb that we can save at before the fight?
No, there's no floating blue orb.
Very quickly, Hugo runs back to the left, back to the dragon, and asks it to hold up one of its massive dragon paws.
It holds up its paw.
Hugo slips the necklace around it real quick, healing it for whatever.
Why on the paw?
2d12.
Do you think that rope can go all the way around a dragon head?
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a baby.
It's a small dragon. It's a medium size.
Okay, well I was just trying to be cute about it, but alright.
Hugo, it's baby.
That is adorable though, and I appreciate that.
Hey, how does the health I wish I had healed myself, how does 23 go?
That's great.
Great.
So it's looking distinctly better, and it looks very happy that you have done so.
It was the least I could do. And I put the amulet back over my own neck, but it won't heal me because I'm at max.
Does it wag its tail?
Yes.
I don't know, I figured it'd be
It has its tail, and then it has 4 spikes on the tail, 2 on each, it has 8 spikes really. 4 on each side, and it waves it around. And so the spikes kind of like what's that animal that has the spikes on its tail?
Stegosaurus.
Yeah, kind of like a stegosaurus when it waves its tail around.
Or an allosaurus.
Yeah, it's really cute. It's baby.
Oh, or a chihuahua.
This dragon is not a chihuahua, and I'm insulted a little
But
bit.
chihuahuas are spiked. Anyway.
Yeah, spiked chihuahuas.
Notoriously.
Yeah.
Prickly little bastards.
So, you get your treasure, you go back, and are you going to continue forward?
Yep.
Oh boy.
I'm ready.
You all start up the corridor, and that is where we're going to end it for this week.
All right. Hey, real quick, team. Everyone be prepared to talk about your respective shows because it's time to read the credits. This has been the Legends of Laia, an Infinity Break production produced by Nikki, Boylan, Ben Hamlin, and Andrew Eakle with story by the same said noted monster enthusiast, Nikki Boylan. Featuring
Johnny Rinaldo.
and
Andrew Eakle, that was so close to my face.
sorry, and Ben Hamlin.
Matty Trumbo-Gomes.
Oh, and I said the players. Anyway, our logo is by the incredible Andy Wilson, and our theme song is by Johnny Rinaldo, who also edits this show. Thank you very much, Johnny. As I've already said, this show is a product of InfinityBreak.net, where we're telling stories our own way. Podcasts, webcomics, live streams, videos, and more are all available at InfinityBreak.net. Speaking of said shows, we have a number of brand new shows coming up. When can people tune in for that live stream?
Next Saturday, the 1st, we have a live stream. Do you want me to actually describe it or just the date?
You're good. I mean, describe it one more time.
So next
Very briefly,
Saturday, June 1st, we are doing a 15-hour stream. Myself, Johnny Rinaldo, a bunch of the IB cast, as well as some of the Critical Misfits. There's going to be 4 different sections over this, chronicling Johnny's character, who is a Furbolg, and what's the class?
Arcane Archer.
Which is a class that we've actually designed ourselves. And we are also going to be releasing on the Patreon, so subscribe to the Patreon if you want to see that. But yeah, join us next week. We'll be starting at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And if people like dystopian critiques of capitalism, Johnny.
Be sure to tune in and watch City of Thorns, premiering on, I believe our first episode is going to be June 10th. And that is myself, Tara Bossart, Hecke, Nichols, and Eric Stone. Yeah, I don't know people's last
Surnames are for cowards.
Yeah.
Everyone just call yourselves like Cher.
And that's our characters are Titus Kavlovsky, Alice Aurora, and Geist. And it takes place here in Portland in the year 2078 and is a pretty distinct critique of capitalism.
So that's June 10th.
June 10th.
Monday night, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Right here.
Right
Twitch.tv
here in this studio on this Twitch channel.
/ Infinity Break Gaming. If you like what you're hearing, please take the time to follow this channel and be here next week, next Saturday, for Andrew's 24-hour stream.
Nope, not. Well,
I'm so
15
sorry.
15-hour.
Yeah, sorry.
Not 24.
Extended stream, and then again, our normal schedule will resume from there. You can follow us on social media at InfinityBreak23 on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for updates on all your favorite shows and extra behind-the-scenes info about what we're doing here at IB. We have a Facebook group where we discuss all sorts of nerd topics, so if you're into tabletop, comics, and recently Godzilla, a new obsession that has overtaken us and replaced Castlevania, that's the place to be. You can join the Infinity Loop today. And if Facebook isn't quite your speed, we have recently opened up a fan Discord. Nikki, why don't you tell people about that?
So we have a fan Discord. I'll be posting the link. We can post it on Twitter. It's already in the Facebook group.
Facebook and Twitter right now.
Oh, awesome. So it's up there. You can join us. We talk about the shows that we have here, including Legends of Laia. If you want to catch up with everyone about the latest episodes, ask me any questions you have. That's also cool.
Or the rest.
We also talk about any tabletop stuff you want, movies, comics, everything you could possibly want that's nerd related that maybe you're not on Facebook or Facebook isn't your thing. Basically all we do, just a little more organized because there's, channels and stuff. So we made that. I think that everyone who's been around for the past few weeks will enjoy the icon.
Yes, I have recently, during the stream, I managed to upload the goblin picture. So the Discord is now fully goblinized and fully active. Happy Goblinoween, everyone.
Can we use it as a reaction yet?
No, I haven't set that up yet, but I will do that literally right after the stream is over.
I will goblin react to it when it happens.
A humble suggestion, because I just said it out loud, I think we should do a lengthy streaming event called Goblinoween, which will be a goblin-only streaming campaign.
24 hours.
Blam will be there.
Hell yeah, he will. As will Withel.
Yes.
Withel, known for his thumbs ups whenever he fails. What a dumb group of friends I have. Anyway, hey, real quick, for the players with online presences, where can people find y'all on Twitter.com?
You can find me at Johnny Rinaldo.
I am at Ander Epidemic.
I'm at Ben C. Hamlin.
I'm at Boy Vandals.
And I'm at Byrogues.
Finally, if you like what we're doing here, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/InfinityBreak, where you can start a monthly donation with us for as little as $1 a month. You get access to all sorts of behind-the-scenes nonsense from us, including extra analysis from Of Horses and Men, bloopers and extra analysis from Sneeple, Legends of Laia bonus content. It sounds like if you are anticipating City of Thorns, that is going to be a good place to be.
Yeah,
and did you
really
guys say you were making a class template for your...
Yep, and
class?
the class template will be released for the custom class that Andrew and I made together for the extended stream.
If you like any of our shows, truly, the Patreon is a great place to start donating to. You get a lot out of it, whether you like us for our tabletop stuff or for all of our other podcasts, which I guess we make.
Or if you just want to hang out with us and you like us as people.
That would be our Discord.
Well,
If you don't get to hang out with us on
either.
Patreon.
So if you want to support us for us being able to hang out.
Yeah, there we go.
if you want to be our friends, give us money. That's what I'm saying.
No, I am not saying that. I don't endorse that message.
We're tabletop workers.
There we go. Right now, we're trying to reach a certain Patreon funding goal at the $150 a month level, which we are about halfway to. We'll be doing monthly live-streamed one-shots featuring and hosted by some of the very people at this table. We have talked in the past about that, so there's no need to elaborate a ton, but we love streaming tabletop, and we would like branching out into weirder systems, and we would love to do that, and we can do that with $150 a month on patreon.com/InfinityBreak. Lastly, I think that's actually about everything. Once again, this has been the Legends of Laia. Thank you very much for listening. We will see you next week on June 1st at 9 a.m. for the 16-hour once-in-a-lifetime Extravaganza. Is there a name for this other than just the Tabletop Day stream? Once in a lifetime?
I guess not really.
I've just been calling it the extended stream.
The extended
Or the
stream.
formerly 24-hour stream.
The Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
There's many options. Anyway, once again, we've been
Johnny Rinaldo.
Andrew Eakle.
I'm Ben, no last name, surnames are for cowards.
Matty Trumbo-Gomes.
Double coward.
And Nikki Boylan.
This has been Legends of Laia. Thank you very much for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
And this
Bye.
nightmare.